When Elon Musk walked into that fancy hotel lobby on a cold March night in 2008, he was completely broke. His rocket company had failed 3 times. His car company was dying. He had just 47 days of cash left. And the investor who promised to save everything, they never showed up. But what happened next in that hotel lobby would change Elon's life forever. A 70-year-old woman sat down next to him, a complete stranger. She didn't know who he was, didn't recognize his name, but she saw something in his eyes, something broken, something desperate. And then she asked him one simple question, just 7 words, a question so powerful that it made Elon cry right there in that expensive hotel, a question that would help him risk every single dollar he had left, a question that would save 2 dying companies and change the entire world. Elon was moments away from losing everything, his money, his dreams, his companies, everything. The math said he would fail. Everyone told him to give up. He was sitting in that lobby at midnight, completely alone, thinking his life was over. Then this stranger told him about her son, about how he died, about the choice he made, about what really matters in life, and everything changed. That conversation lasted less than 30 minutes, but it saved Tesla. It saved SpaceX. It changed how Elon thinks about success and failure and sacrifice. It's the reason electric cars exist today. The reason we're going to Mars. The reason everything happened. But here's what nobody knows. Elon kept this story secret for 6 years. He never told anyone about that woman, about what she said, about the photographs she showed him, about the painful truth that broke him open and put him back together. Tonight, you're going to hear the real story, the full story. The story that Elon finally shared 6 years later on Christmas Eve in front of 5,000 people. A story about dying happy versus dying rich, about choosing meaning over money, about one impossible night that changed everything. Stay with me, because what that woman told Elon Musk in that hotel lobby will change how you think about your own life, your own choices, your own dreams. I promise you, by the end of this story, you'll never look at success the same way again. This is the story of the most painful and most important conversation Elon Musk ever had. The conversation that saved him when he was ready to give up. The night that changed everything. Let's go back to March 2008, to the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills, to a man sitting alone on a leather couch at midnight, to the moment when everything was about to end, to the stranger who walked in and asked the question that changed the world. The big glass doors of the Peninsula Hotel swing open. Cool air rushes in from the Beverly Hills street. A man walks into the lobby. He wears a wrinkled blue shirt. His pants have a stain on one knee. His hair sticks up in the back. Nobody looks at him twice. The lobby glows with soft golden light. Crystal chandeliers hang from the ceiling like frozen waterfalls. The marble floor shines so bright you can almost see your face in it. Leather couches sit in perfect rows. Everything smells like expensive perfume and fresh flowers. Rich people walk past. A woman carries 6 shopping bags from Rodeo Drive. A man talks loudly on his phone about buying a yacht. 2 teenagers laugh about their new sports car. The man in the wrinkled shirt finds an empty couch in the corner. He sits down heavily. His body sinks into the soft leather like he might never get up again. This man is Elon Musk. He is 36 years old. Most people in America don't know his name yet. In this fancy hotel, he looks like someone who wandered in by mistake. Elon checks his watch. 11:47 p.m. Late. Very late, but someone important is supposed to meet him here. Someone who might save everything. He crosses his legs, uncrosses them, crosses them again. His right foot taps against the floor. Tap, tap, tap. He can't make it stop. On the coffee table in front of him, someone left a magazine. The cover shows a beautiful house in Malibu. Living the California dream, the headline says. Elon doesn't pick it up. He stares at it but doesn't really see it. His phone buzzes in his pocket. He pulls it out. The screen lights up his tired face. 37 unread messages. He scrolls through them with his thumb. Message from his lawyer, we need to talk about the contracts. Message from his assistant, 3 reporters called asking about Tesla. Message from someone at SpaceX, the test results aren't good. Message from a number he doesn't recognize, you owe us $2 million by Friday. Elon puts the phone face down on his leg. He doesn't want to see any more messages, but it buzzes again, and again, and again, like angry bees trapped in his pocket. A hotel worker walks past pushing a cart with luggage. The wheels squeak on the marble floor, squeak, squeak, squeak. The sound makes Elon's head hurt. He reaches into his jacket pocket. His fingers touch a piece of plastic, his credit card, the last one that still works. All his other cards got declined last week. This one has maybe $5,000 left on it, maybe less. He hasn't checked in 2 days because he's afraid to know. $5,000. He used to have $200 million. Now he has 5,000. Where did it all go? He knows exactly where, every single penny. Into rockets that exploded, into electric cars that cost too much to build, into dreams that eat money like hungry monsters. Elon looks around the lobby again. A young couple walks past holding hands. They smile at each other. The man whispers something. The woman laughs. They look so happy, so normal, so free. When was the last time Elon felt free? He can't remember. 3 men in expensive suits sit on a couch across from him. They drink whiskey from crystal glasses. Their watches probably cost more than most people's cars. They talk about golf, about vacation homes in Aspen, about things that don't matter. One of them notices Elon staring. The man's eyes pass over Elon's wrinkled shirt. His messy hair, he looks away quickly. Like Elon is invisible, like Elon is nobody. Maybe he's right. Maybe Elon is nobody, not anymore. Soon everyone will know. Soon the news will come out. Tesla is running out of money. SpaceX almost failed. Elon Musk, the man who sold PayPal for millions, is broke. His hands rest on his knees. They shake just a little bit, not from cold. The hotel is warm, too warm actually. The shaking comes from inside, from his chest, from his stomach, from the fear that lives in his bones now. Elon checks his watch again. 11:52 p.m. The person he's meeting is now 2 hours late. 2 hours. Maybe they're not coming. Maybe they changed their mind. Maybe they heard the rumors. Maybe they know Elon is desperate. Desperate people don't get good deals. Desperate people get eaten alive. His phone buzzes again. He looks at the screen. A text from his brother Kimball. Where are you? Are you okay? Please answer me. Elon's thumb hovers over the keyboard. What should he say? I'm fine. That would be a lie. I'm sitting in a hotel lobby waiting for someone who's probably not coming. That sounds pathetic. I think I'm going to lose everything. That sounds even worse. He doesn't reply. He puts the phone back down. A little girl runs through the lobby. She's maybe 7 years old. She wears pajamas with stars on them. Her mom chases after her, laughing. Sophia, slow down. It's bedtime. Girl giggles and runs faster. Her bare feet slap against the marble floor. She's so happy, so full of energy, so completely unaware that some people in this lobby are dying inside. Elon thinks about his own sons. Griffin and Xavier, the twins, they're 4 years old now. And the triplets Kai, Saxon, and Damien. They just turned 2. 5 boys, 5 little lives that depend on him. He sees them on weekends now. Only weekends, because of the divorce. Because Justine, their mom, got the house. Elon moved to a small apartment. Some nights he doesn't even go there. He sleeps on the couch in his office or on a friend's floor, or he doesn't sleep at all. When the boys ask, "Where's Daddy?" what does Justine tell them? Daddy's at work. Daddy's trying to save his companies. Daddy's sitting alone in a hotel lobby at midnight like a crazy person. The little girl in pajamas runs past Elon's couch. She drops a stuffed animal, a brown teddy bear. It lands right next to Elon's foot. He picks it up. "Excuse me," he calls out softly. "You dropped this." The girl runs back. She grabs the bear and hugs it tight. "Thank you, mister." She looks up at him with big eyes. "Why do you look so sad?" Sophia, her mom, appears embarrassed. "I'm so sorry." She talks to everyone. "Come on, sweetie. Leave the nice man alone." "But Mom," he looks sad. The mom gives Elon an apologetic smile. She picks up her daughter. "Say good night, Sophia." "Good night, sad mister. I hope you feel happy soon." They disappear into an elevator. The doors close with a soft ding. Elon sits very still. Out of the mouths of children, even a 7-year-old can see it. The sadness, the breaking, the cracks in his armor. He takes a deep breath, holds it, lets it out slowly. This is a technique a doctor taught him. "When you feel panic coming," the doctor said, "breathe slowly. Count to 4 breathing in. Count to 4 breathing out." Elon breathes. 1, 2, 3, 4, in 1, 2, 3, 4, out. It doesn't help much. The tightness in his chest stays, the weight on his shoulders stays, the fear in his stomach stays. His phone lights up again, not a text this time, a call. The screen shows a name, Robert Chen, investor. This is it. This is the person he's been waiting for. Elon stares at the phone. It rings once, twice, 3 times. He answers. "Hello." "Elon, it's Robert." The man's voice sounds strange, uncomfortable. "Listen, I'm really sorry, but I can't make it tonight." Elon's stomach drops like an elevator with cut cables. "Okay," he says. His voice sounds calm, totally calm, like this is fine, like his whole world isn't ending. "When can we reschedule?" Silence on the other end, bad silence. The kind of silence that means no. "Elon, I'm going to be straight with you," Robert says. "I talked to my partners. We don't think this is the right time to invest in Tesla. The economy is scary right now. Banks are failing. People are losing everything. We need to protect our money." "I understand," Elon says, still calm, still professional. "But Tesla is going to change transportation forever. Electric cars." "I know," Robert interrupts. "I believe in the vision, I really do. But believing doesn't pay the bills, I'm sorry. I hope you find the funding you need." Click, the call ends. Elon sits with the phone against his ear for a few more seconds. Even though nobody's there anymore, even though it's just silence, he can't quite make himself move. Finally, he lowers the phone, places it carefully on the couch next to him. His hand is shaking more now. Not a little bit, a lot. This was supposed to be the meeting that saved everything. Robert Chen was going to invest $10 million. $10 million would give Tesla enough runway to make it to the next financing round. Enough time to prove the Model S could work. Enough time to survive. Without it, maybe 60 days of cash left. Maybe 90 if they cut costs hard, fire people, cancel projects, slow everything down. But you can't really slow down. You either move forward or you die. There's no middle ground in technology. No middle ground when you're trying to change the world. Elon looks at his phone sitting on the couch. 39 unread messages now. He should check them, should answer his brother, should deal with the problems piling up like snow in a blizzard. He doesn't move. Across the lobby, an older woman walks in through the front doors. She's maybe 70 years old, short gray hair, simple clothes, a blue sweater and black pants, not fancy like the other guests. She carries a small purse and walks slowly, carefully, like her legs hurt. The woman looks around the lobby, searching for something or someone. Her eyes pass over the rich people on the couches, the hotel workers at the desk, the businessman shouting into his phone. Then her eyes land on Elon. She stops, stares at him for just a second, maybe 2 seconds. Her face changes. It's hard to describe exactly how, but something in her expression shifts, like she recognizes something, not him, but something about him. Elon stares back. He can't help it. There's something in her eyes, kindness, sadness, understanding. The woman looks away quickly, too quickly, like she saw something she wasn't supposed to see. She walks toward the elevators. Her footsteps are soft on the marble floor. A strange feeling goes through Elon's chest. Cold, like ice water. Does she know? Has she heard something? Did she recognize him from the news? The newspapers have been brutal lately. Tesla burns through cash. Musk's space dreams may be over. Is this the end for Silicon Valley's biggest gambler? Maybe she read those articles. Maybe she knows he's the man who's losing everything. Maybe that's why she looked at him that way. Or maybe she just saw a tired man in a wrinkled shirt sitting alone in a hotel lobby at midnight. Maybe she saw exactly what Sophia the little girl saw. Sadness, breaking, a person at the end of his rope. Elon checks his watch again. 11:58 p.m., almost midnight, almost tomorrow, almost December, almost Christmas, almost the end of everything. He should leave. Should go back to his apartment. Should try to sleep even though he knows he won't. His mind never stops, never rests. It just spins and spins like a broken machine, thinking about all the problems, all the ways things could go wrong, all the people depending on him who he's about to let down. But he doesn't leave. He sits there on the leather couch in the Peninsula Hotel lobby, surrounded by rich people who don't know his name, holding a phone full of messages he can't bear to read, carrying a credit card with almost no money left on it. In his mind, he does math, always math. Numbers are the only things that don't lie. Numbers tell the truth even when you don't want to hear it. Tesla needs $20 million immediately. SpaceX needs $15 million for the next rocket launch. Elon has maybe $10 million he can scrape together if he sells everything he owns. His car, his apartment, his SpaceX stock, everything. And million divided between two companies equals $5 million each. Not enough to save either one. Not even close, so he has to choose. Save Tesla or save SpaceX, save electric cars or save space travel, save Earth or save humanity's future in the stars. How do you choose between two dreams? How do you kill one of your children to save the other? You can't. You don't. You refuse to choose. You split the money between both and hope somehow, impossibly, it's enough, even though the math says it won't be. even though logic says you're just killing both companies slower instead of one company fast. But Elon has never listened much to logic. If he listened to logic, he never would have started these companies in the first place. Never would have risked his PayPal money on rockets and electric cars. Never would have believed one person could change the world. Maybe the logical people are right. Maybe he's just a fool, a rich fool who's about to become a poor fool. His phone buzzes one more time. He picks it up. Not a message, not a call, just a notification, a news alert. Stock market drops another 300 points, worst financial crisis since Great Depression. Perfect? The whole world is falling apart. Why should his life be any different? Elon puts the phone in his pocket. He closes his eyes just for a second, just to rest them, just to hide from the golden light and the happy people and the perfect lobby that feels like it exists in a different universe from the one he's living in. When he opens his eyes, the older woman from earlier is standing there, right in front of him. She looks down at him with those kind, sad eyes. And she asks the simplest question in the world, the question that breaks something open inside his chest. Are you all right? Elon wants to answer the woman. He opens his mouth, but no words come out, something about her face, something about the way she asks. Not nosy, not pushy, just genuinely caring, like she really wants to know, like his answer actually matters to her. Elon starts, then stops. The woman waits. She doesn't rush him, doesn't look uncomfortable, just stands there with her small purse and her simple blue sweater and her patient eyes. I don't know, Elon finally says. The truest thing he said all day. The woman nods slowly, like this makes perfect sense. Like I don't know is actually a very complete answer. Would you like some company, she asks. Or would you rather be alone? Either is fine, You looked like maybe you could use a friendly face. Elon surprises himself. Company would be nice. The woman sits down on the couch next to him, not too close, a respectful distance. She sets her purse on her lap and folds her hands on top of it. My name is Margaret, she says. Margaret Chen. Elon, he replies. Elon Musk. She doesn't react to his name. No recognition. No, oh, I've heard of you. Nothing. This feels like the best thing that's happened all night. They sit in silence for a moment. Not awkward silence, just quiet. The lobby sounds continue around them, footsteps, conversations, the ding of elevator doors. Are you waiting for someone? Margaret asks. I was, Elon says. They're not coming. I'm sorry. It's okay. Another lie. But what else do you say? Margaret looks at him carefully. You know what? I don't think it is okay. You look like a man carrying the weight of the whole world. Elon almost laughs, almost. Some days it feels that way. What do you do, Elon? Where does he even start? I run some companies. We're trying to make electric cars and rockets for space. Rockets? Margaret's eyebrows go up. Like NASA. Sort of, but private. A company called SpaceX. That sounds exciting. It is, when things work. When they don't, Elon trails off. But his mind is already leaving this hotel lobby, traveling backward in time, 6 months earlier, before everything fell apart, before the world started ending, back when he still had hope. 6 months earlier, September 2007. Conference room at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California, buzzes with energy. 200 people pack into a space meant for maybe 150. Engineers stand along the walls, sit on the floor, hang in the doorway trying to hear. Young faces, excited faces, smart faces. These are the people who left cushy jobs at Boeing and Lockheed Martin, who turned down huge salaries at Google and Apple, who believed in something bigger than a paycheck. Elon stands at the front of the room. He wears jeans and a black t-shirt. His hair is neat. His eyes are bright. He looks 10 years younger than he will look 6 months from now in that hotel lobby. Okay, everyone, listen up, Elon says. The room goes quiet instantly. I called this meeting because I wanted you to hear this from me first, before the press release, before the news. People lean forward, waiting. We're going for launch number 3 next month, Elon continues. Falcon 1, Omelek Island, and this time we're going to make it to orbit. The room explodes, cheering, clapping, whistling. Someone in the back shouts, hell yeah. Elon grins, a real grin, full of hope and confidence and absolute certainty that they can do this. I know the first 2 launches didn't go as planned, he says when the noise dies down, the understatement of the century. The first rocket exploded after 25 seconds. The second made it further but still failed. Millions of dollars, years of work, gone in fire and smoke. But we learned from those failures, Elon continues. Every explosion teaches us something. Every problem we solve makes us stronger. And now we're ready. A woman in the front row, an engineer named Christina who's been with SpaceX since the beginning, raises her hand. What happens if we make it to orbit? When we make it to orbit, Elon corrects her gently. Not if, when. He clicks to the next slide on his presentation. When we succeed, we become the first private company to reach space. NASA will take us seriously. Other governments will want to work with us. We'll get contracts, funding, everything we need to keep building. Another engineer, a young guy named Marcus Fresh out of MIT, asks, "And what's the ultimate goal? Where are we heading?" Elon's eyes light up. This is the question he loves, the big question, the why does any of this matter question. Mars, he says simply. We're going to Mars. We're going to make humanity a multi-planet species. Because right now all our eggs are in one basket, one asteroid, one supervolcano, one nuclear war. Any of those things could end everything. Every human who ever lived, every book ever written, every song ever sung, gone. The room is dead silent now. People stare at him. Some look skeptical. Some look inspired. All of them listen. But if we can get to Mars, Elon continues, his voice getting stronger, more passionate, if we can build a city there, then humanity has a backup, a second chance. We survive. And not just survive, we become an interplanetary species. We take our first real step into the universe. He pauses, looks around the room at all these young, brilliant faces. That's why you're here, he says softly. That's why you took pay cuts to join this company. That's why you work 80-hour weeks. That's why you believe. Because we're not just building rockets. We're building humanity's future. And it starts next month on a tiny island in the Pacific Ocean with a rocket called Falcon 1. The room erupts again, this time even louder. People are standing, clapping. Some have tears in their eyes. They believe, they really, truly believe. After the meeting, Elon walks through the factory floor. Giant rocket parts sit on assembly stands. Welders work with bright blue flames. The smell of metal and fuel fills the air. He stops to talk to a small group of engineers huddled around a computer screen. They're running simulations, testing the flight path, making sure every calculation is perfect. "How's it looking?" Elon asks. A guy named Raj looks up. "Good, really good actually. The modifications we made to the engine should solve the problem from last time." "Should?" Elon raises an eyebrow. "Will," Raj corrects himself, smiling. "Will solve the problem." "That's better." Elon pats Raj on the shoulder and keeps walking. He feels good today. Hopeful, like everything is finally coming together. Outside the building, the California sun beats down. Hot, bright, perfect weather. In the distance, he can see the Falcon 1 rocket being prepared. Tall, silver, beautiful. His phone rings. He pulls it out. The screen shows home. "Hey," he answers. "Hi, it's Justine, his wife, mother of his 5 sons. Are you coming home for dinner?" the boys keep asking. Elon checks his watch. 6:30 p.m. He's been at work since 5 a.m., 13 and a half hours, a short day by his standards. "I'll be there in an hour," he promises. "Okay, they'll be happy. Saxon has been talking about you all day. He learned a new word, rocket." He keeps pointing at the sky and saying, "Daddy Rocket." Elon smiles. "That's amazing. Tell him I'll teach him all about rockets when I get home. See you soon. Love you." "Love you too." He hangs up, stands there for a moment in the parking lot, looking at the SpaceX building, looking at the rocket in the distance, feeling grateful, feeling lucky, feeling like the luckiest man alive. He has 5 beautiful sons, a wife he loves, 2 companies trying to change the world, money in the bank from selling PayPal, everything a person could want. Sure, things are hard sometimes. Sure, rockets are expensive. Sure, Tesla is burning through cash faster than he expected. But it's all manageable. All fixable, all part of the journey. Elon gets in his car, a Tesla Roadster. One of the first ones ever made, electric, fast, gorgeous. He loves this car. It represents everything he believes in. Clean energy, high performance, the future. He drives home through Los Angeles traffic. The sun is setting. Orange and pink streaks across the sky. Radio plays quietly. Some pop song he doesn't recognize. His mind wanders to Tesla, the other company, the other dream. Tesla is growing fast. Too fast, maybe. They just launched the Roadster 3 months ago. Sports car, all electric, 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. Celebrities love it. George Clooney bought one. Arnold Schwarzenegger bought two. The press coverage is incredible. The future of cars is here. Electric vehicles get sexy. Silicon Valley revolutionizes transportation. But the press doesn't talk about the problems, the manufacturing issues, the battery suppliers who can't deliver on time, the costs that keep going up and up and up. Each Roadster costs about $120,000 to build. They sell for $109,000, so Tesla loses money on every single car. This is not a good business model, but Elon has a plan. The Roadster is just step one. Prove that electric cars can be cool, can be fast, can be desirable. Then use that credibility to build the Model S, a sedan, a family car, something normal people can afford. The Model S will save the company, will make Tesla profitable, will change everything. He just needs to survive long enough to build it. Elon pulls into his driveway, big house, beautiful house, in a nice neighborhood in Los Angeles. He bought it with PayPal money, back when he had money to spare. Before he can even turn off the car, the front door flies open. 5 boys come running out. Well, the twins run, the triplets toddle, but they all move as fast as their little legs can carry them. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Elon gets out and kneels down. 5 boys crash into him like a wave, arms everywhere. Hugs, kisses, sticky hands, the smell of baby shampoo and juice boxes. Hey guys, did you miss me? Daddy Rocket, Saxon shouts. His newest word, he points at the sky. That's right, buddy, Daddy builds rockets, big rockets that go to space. Griffin, one of the twins, asks, can we go to space? Someday, Elon promises. When you're bigger, when we've built bigger rockets, you can be astronauts if you want. I want to be an astronaut, Kai yells. Me too, Xavier adds. Me three, Damien says, not really understanding but not wanting to be left out. Justine appears in the doorway. She's smiling, a tired smile. Taking care of 5 boys under the age of 5 is harder than building rockets, Elon thinks, much harder. Come on, let's get inside, Justine says. Dinner's ready, and Daddy probably needs to wash his hands. You've all covered him in jelly. They go inside. The house is warm, messy, toys everywhere. Normal chaos of a family with 5 young children. Dinner is simple pasta, salad, bread. The boys eat about half their food. The other half ends up on their shirts or the floor. This is normal. After dinner, bath time, story time, bedtime. Elon helps with all of it. He reads Goodnight Moon 3 times, tucks in 5 boys, kisses 5 foreheads. Good night, Griffin, I love you. Love you, Daddy. Good night, Xavier, I love you. Love you, Daddy. Good night, Kai, I love you. Love you, Daddy. Good night, Saxon, I love you. Daddy Rocket. Yes, buddy, Daddy Rocket, love you. Good night, Damien, I love you. Love you, Daddy, build big rocket. I will, the biggest rocket ever, sleep tight. Elon closes their bedroom door softly, stands in the hallway for a moment, listening to them settle down, hearing their small voices as they talk to each other in the darkness. This is why he works so hard, for them, to give them a better future. A world with clean air, with space travel, with possibilities their generation can't even imagine yet. He goes downstairs. Justine is in the kitchen cleaning up, dishes in the sink, leftovers in containers, the normal end to a normal family dinner. Thank you for coming home early, she says, not looking at him, focusing on the dishes. Of course, I want to see the boys and you. Silence, uncomfortable silence. This is new. 6 months ago, silence between them was comfortable, easy. Now it feels heavy. Is everything okay? Elon asks. Justine finally looks at him. I don't know, Elon, is it? You say you'll come home by 7, you get home at 8:30. You say we'll take a vacation, we never do. You promise the boys you'll take them to the beach on Saturday. Then Saturday comes and you have a meeting you forgot about. I'm building 2 companies, Justine. I know it's important. World-changing, I know, but so is this, so are they. She gestures toward the stairs, toward the boys sleeping upstairs. Elon feels the weight again, different from work weight, heavier somehow. I'm doing my best, he says quietly. I know you are, that's what scares me, if this is your best. I don't know if it's enough for us, for them. She's not yelling, not even angry really, just tired, so tired. Elon doesn't know what to say. How do you explain that sometimes changing the world requires sacrifice? How do you make someone understand that you're doing all of this for the family, that the family is the whole point? He can't find the words, so he just says, I love you, I love the boys, you're everything to me. Justine nods. I know I love you too, but love isn't always enough, Elon. Sometimes people need time, presence, not just love from a distance. She finishes the dishes, dries her hands, gives him a small, sad smile. I'm going to bed, are you coming? In a bit, I need to check some emails. Another nod. She knows this means he'll work for 3 more hours, won't come to bed until after midnight. Will be gone again before the boys wake up. She goes upstairs without another word. Elon opens his laptop at the kitchen table. His inbox has 247 unread messages. He starts working through them. Problems at Tesla, questions from SpaceX, reporters wanting interviews, investors wanting updates. Time passes. Midnight comes and goes. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Finally, at 2:30 in the morning, Elon closes his laptop, drags himself upstairs, crawls into bed next to Justine without waking her. He lies in the darkness, staring at the ceiling. His mind won't stop, won't rest. It spins through calculations, launch dates, manufacturing timelines, financial projections. In 6 months, he'll wish he could go back to this moment, this night, this bed, this life, before everything fell apart. But tonight, he doesn't know that yet. Tonight, he still has hope. The alarm rings at 5 a.m. Elon reaches over and turns it off. 3 hours of sleep, better than yesterday when he got 2. He gets out of bed carefully, tries not to wake Justine. She stirs but doesn't open her eyes. He stands there for a moment, looking at her in the dim morning light. When did things get so hard between them? He showers, gets dressed, checks on the boys, all 5 sleeping peacefully in their beds. Saxon has kicked off his blanket. Elon covers him back up gently, kisses his forehead. Daddy loves you, he whispers. All of you, more than rockets, more than anything. But even as he says it, he knows he's lying. Not about loving them, that's true, but about loving them more than the mission. He doesn't know anymore. When did the lines get so blurred? Elon drives to SpaceX as the sun comes up. The roads are empty, just him and a few delivery trucks. The city looks peaceful, quiet, like it's holding its breath before another crazy day begins. At SpaceX, engineers are already working. Some never left from yesterday. They sleep on couches in the break room, take showers in the gym, live at the office like it's their home. Elon walks through the factory, stops to check on the rocket, Falcon 1. Their 3rd attempt. Launch date August 2, 2008, 3 months away. Everything needs to be perfect. The engine, the fuel system, the guidance computer. One tiny mistake and millions of dollars explode in seconds. Morning, boss. It's Christina, the engineer from the meeting. She looks exhausted, coffee cup in one hand, stack of papers in the other. Morning, did you sleep here again? Just a few hours on the couch. We're running final tests on the engine modifications. Want to be here when the data comes in. You should go home, Christina. Get real sleep, in a real bed. She laughs. You're one to talk. When's the last time you slept 8 hours? Elon can't remember. Fair point. Besides, Christina continues, we're so close, I can feel it. This launch is going to work, I know it. Her confidence makes Elon smile. I hope you're right. I'm not hoping, I'm knowing. We've solved every problem from the last 2 launches. The math is good. The engineering is solid. In 3 months, we make history. If only confidence could guarantee success. If only believing hard enough made things real. The months pass quickly, too quickly. Summer comes. The launch date approaches like a train you can't stop. Elon flies to Omelek Island in the Marshall Islands, middle of nowhere, tiny strip of land in the Pacific Ocean. This is where they launch, far from people, far from civilization, just ocean and sky and a rocket. The SpaceX team arrives, engineers, technicians, mission control staff. Maybe 40 people total. They've been preparing for months, years really. Everything leads to this moment. The rocket stands on the launch pad, tall, silver, beautiful against the blue tropical sky. Elon looks up at it. This thing cost $50 million to build, represents hundreds of thousands of hours of work, contains the dreams of everyone who worked on it. She's beautiful, says Marcus, the young MIT engineer. He's grown up a lot in the past year, more confident, more skilled. This is the one, I can feel it. Everyone keeps saying they can feel it, like feeling matters. Like the universe cares about human feelings, but Elon doesn't say this. He just nods. Let's run through the checklist one more time. Every system, every connection, every calculation. They work through the night. The tropical heat is brutal. Even at midnight, it's 85 degrees, humid, sticky, mosquitoes everywhere, but nobody complains. They're too focused. Launch is scheduled for the next afternoon. August 2, 2008, 4:15 p.m. Marshall Islands time. Elon doesn't sleep, can't sleep. He reviews data, checks calculations, walks around the rocket one more time, touches the metal with his hand. Cold despite the heat. Solid, real. Please work, he whispers to it. Please. The next day arrives. Hot, clear, perfect weather for a launch. The team gathers in mission control, a small building with computers and screens and communication equipment. Everyone has a job, a station, a responsibility. Elon stands in the back, watching, waiting. His phone buzzes in his pocket, messages from Tesla, problems he can't deal with right now. He ignores them. T-minus 60 minutes, someone announces. Time crawls. Each minute feels like an hour. Elon's heart pounds in his chest. His hands shake slightly. He puts them in his pockets so nobody can see. T-minus 30 minutes. The rocket sits on the pad. Fueling is complete. All systems are green. Everything looks perfect. But things looked perfect for the last 2 launches too, right until they exploded. T-minus 10 minutes. Elon can hear his own breathing. In, out, too fast. He tries to slow it down, tries to stay calm, fails. T-minus 5 minutes. Christina looks over at him, gives him a thumbs up. She believes they all believe. T-minus 1 minute. The room goes completely silent. 40 people holding their breath together. T-minus 30 seconds. This is it, this is everything. 10, 9, 8, 7. The countdown fills the room, fills Elon's head, fills the universe. 3, 2, 1, ignition. The rocket lights up. Fire and smoke pour from the engine. The ground shakes, the building shakes, everything shakes. Liftoff. Someone shouts. The rocket rises, slowly at first, then faster, climbing into the perfect blue sky. Orange flames pushing it upward, away from the Earth. The room erupts, cheering, clapping, people hugging each other, but Elon doesn't celebrate, not yet. He stares at the screen showing telemetry data, altitude increasing, velocity increasing, everything nominal. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. The first launch exploded at 25 seconds. They're past that. This is good. 1 minute, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. The second launch failed at 5 minutes. They're not there yet. Stage 1 separation in 10 seconds, someone announces. This is critical. The first stage engine shuts off, falls away. The second stage ignites. If anything goes wrong during separation, it's over. Stage separation. Now. A pause, 2 seconds that feel like forever. Stage 2 ignition confirmed. We have nominal burn. More cheering, louder this time. They're past the point where the second launch failed. New territory now. Elon allows himself a tiny bit of hope, maybe, just maybe, 5 minutes into flight. The rocket is a tiny dot on the screen now, heading for space, heading for orbit, so close, so impossibly close. 6 minutes. 7 minutes. Everything is perfect. Too perfect. Elon doesn't trust it, waiting for something to go wrong, for the universe to remind them that space is hard, that private companies don't belong here. 8 minutes, approaching orbit insertion. 9 minutes. And then nothing, the telemetry cuts out, the screen goes blank, Elon's heart stops. What happened? Everyone scrambles, checking systems, checking connections, trying to get the signal back. 30 seconds pass. No signal, 1 minute, still nothing, 2 minutes. The room is dead silent now. The celebration has turned to horror. Did we lose it? Someone whispers. Christina is frantically typing on her computer, trying different frequencies, different satellites. Come on, come on, come on. 3 minutes of nothing. Then a crackle, static. A voice comes through. Mission Control, this is Tracking Station Baker. We have visual confirmation, the vehicle has. Everyone leans forward, waiting, dying. The vehicle has broken up, debris falling into the ocean. I repeat, vehicle breakup confirmed. The room explodes again, but not with celebration, with devastation. Some people cry openly. Some sit down hard in their chairs, some just stare at the blank screens. Elon stands frozen, can't move, can't breathe, can't process what just happened. They made it further than ever before, 8.5 minutes, so close to orbit, but close doesn't count. Close is still failure. Close is still $50 million burning up in the atmosphere. Christina is crying at her station. tears running down her face. We were so close, we were right there. Marcus punches a wall hard enough to hurt his hand. He doesn't even notice. How did we fail again? Elon walks outside, needs air, needs space, needs to not be around all these devastated people who believed in him. The tropical sun beats down, beautiful day, perfect day. The universe doesn't care that dreams just died. His phone buzzes, he pulls it out, 53 messages. Most are bad news from Tesla, suppliers demanding payment, investors asking difficult questions. His assistant saying 3 reporters want comments about the launch. They already know. Of course they know. Bad news travels fast. One message from Justine. I saw the news, I'm sorry, are you okay? Is he okay? No, he's not okay. He's $200 million into these companies and has nothing to show for it. 3 rocket launches, 3 failures, Tesla burning money every day. And now this, he doesn't reply to Justine. Can't find words. Elon sits down on the ground, right there in the dirt outside Mission Control, sits and stares at the ocean. The rocket debris is out there somewhere, floating, sinking, gone forever. What now? Try again. How? With what money? SpaceX is almost broke. This launch was supposed to prove they could do it, supposed to get them NASA contracts, more funding, a future. Now they have nothing. Elon pulls up his bank account on his phone. He has to see the actual number. $37 million left from $200 million. SpaceX needs at least $20 million for another rocket, if they even try another rocket. Maybe it's time to admit defeat. 3 failures is a sign, the universe saying stop. You don't belong here. But what about the dream? What about Mars? What about making humanity multi-planet? What about the 200 people who quit good jobs to follow him? What about Christina crying at her station? Marcus punching walls? Everyone who believed? Elon closes his eyes, feels the sun on his face, listens to the ocean waves. For the first time in his life, he understands what people mean by rock bottom. This is it. This is what breaking feels like. His phone rings. He looks at the screen. Tesla HQ. He doesn't want to answer, knows it's more bad news, but he answers anyway because that's what leaders do. They face the bad news. They don't get to hide. Hello. Elon, it's David. David Chen, his CFO at Tesla. We need to talk now. What's wrong? Everything. The battery supplier just canceled our contract, said we're too unreliable, didn't pay the last invoice on time. Elon's stomach drops further, didn't know that was possible. What does that mean? It means we can't build cars without batteries. It means we need to find a new supplier, which will take months and cost more, a lot more. How much more? 10 million, maybe 15. Elon does the math instantly. He has $37 million. SpaceX needs $20 million for another rocket. Tesla needs $15 million for batteries. That's $35 million. He'd have $2 million left, not enough to run either company for more than a few weeks. Elon, you there? Yeah, I'm here. There's more. Of course there's more. 3 major investors want a meeting. They're concerned about the company's direction, concerned about cash flow. I think they might pull out. If the investors pull out, Tesla dies. Simple as that, no other way to say it. When do they want to meet? Next week. But Elon, there's something else you should know. The press is writing articles about both companies. They're calling you a failure, saying you're burning through money like a crazy person, saying both companies will be bankrupt by Christmas. Let them write what they want. It's affecting our ability to raise money. Nobody wants to invest in companies the press calls failures. Elon sits in the dirt on a tiny island in the Pacific Ocean. The sun beats down, sweat runs down his face, or maybe tears, he can't tell anymore. I'll handle it, he says, even though he has no idea how. Okay, I'll set up the investor meeting, and Elon, I'm sorry about the launch, I know you had a lot riding on it. Thanks, David. He hangs up, stares at his phone, at the messages piling up, at the problems multiplying like bacteria. $37 million left, 2 companies dying, 300 employees depending on him, 5 sons at home who don't understand why daddy is never there, a wife who's tired of being alone, and now a rocket in pieces at the bottom of the ocean. Elon stands up slowly, brushes dirt off his pants, walks back inside Mission Control. The team is still there, still devastated. They look up when he enters, waiting, wanting him to say something, to make it better, to give them hope. He wants to tell them it's okay, that they'll try again, that failure is part of the process. All the things leaders are supposed to say. But he's so tired of lying, so tired of pretending to be strong when he's breaking inside. Get some rest, is all he says. We'll figure out next steps when we get back to California. Not inspiring, not hopeful, but honest. The most honest thing he's said in months. The flight back to California is quiet, 40 people on a plane, nobody talking, just staring out windows or sleeping or pretending to sleep. Elon sits alone in the back. His laptop is open but he's not working, just staring at a blank screen. His reflection looks back at him, tired, old, defeated. When they land in Los Angeles, it's late, after midnight. Elon drives home. The house is dark. Everyone is sleeping. He goes upstairs, looks in on the boys, still peaceful, still perfect, still completely unaware that their father is falling apart. He gets into bed next to Justine. She wakes up slightly. "How bad?" she whispers. "Bad." She doesn't ask for details, just reaches over and holds his hand in the darkness. They lie there together, not talking, just existing in the same space. For a few minutes it feels like old times, like when they were just two people in love, before the companies, before the stress, before everything got so complicated. "I love you," Justine says softly. "I love you too." But love isn't enough to fix what's broken. They both know it, they just don't say it out loud. Elon closes his eyes, but sleep doesn't come. His mind spins, problems, numbers, impossibilities, the math that doesn't work, the choices that have no good answer. Somewhere in the darkness, he makes a decision. He'll split his remaining money between both companies. It won't be enough to save either one. But maybe, impossibly, they'll both survive long enough to figure something out. Or maybe they'll both die and he'll be completely broke by Christmas. Either way, he can't choose. Can't kill one dream to save the other. He'll save them both or lose them both. The math says he's making the wrong choice. Logic says he's being foolish. But Elon has never listened much to logic. If he did, he never would have started these companies in the first place. He falls asleep sometime around 4 a.m., 3 hours before his alarm will ring, 3 hours before another impossible day begins. Outside, the California night is cool and clear. Stars shine overhead, billions of them, unreachable, impossible, beautiful, just like every dream worth having. The weeks after the rocket explosion blur together. Days bleed into nights. Nights bleed into days. Elon stops noticing the difference. He lives at the office now. Not officially. Officially, he still has an apartment. A small place he rented after moving out of the family house. But he rarely sees it. Why go there? Just 4 empty walls and a bed he doesn't sleep in anyway. Better to stay at SpaceX or Tesla, whichever company is having the bigger crisis that day. Sometimes he sleeps on the couch in his office, sometimes on the floor. Sometimes he just works straight through the night and showers in the company gym when morning comes. His assistant, a woman named Rebecca, starts leaving protein bars on his desk. "You need to eat," she says. "I don't care how busy you are, eat something." Sometimes he eats them. Sometimes he forgets they're there until they're stale. The media gets worse. Articles appear every day. Musk's money pit. Silicon Valley's biggest failure. Why electric cars will never work. SpaceX, 3 strikes and you're out. One article really hurts. It's in a major business magazine. The headline reads, "Elon Musk, genius or fool?" The article lists everything: the failed rocket launches, Tesla's mounting debt, his divorce, his erratic behavior, his impossible dreams. Musk seems to believe he can bend reality to his will through sheer force of personality, the article says. But in the real world, physics doesn't care about your vision. Math doesn't care about your passion. And money runs out eventually, no matter how much you started with. The article ends with a prediction. By this time next year, both SpaceX and Tesla will likely be footnotes in Silicon Valley history. Cautionary tales about hubris and ambition without limits. Elon reads it 3 times, sitting alone in his office at 2 a.m. Each time it hurts more. Are they right? Is he a fool? Is he destroying everything through arrogance? His phone rings. It's his brother Kimball. "Did you see the article?" Kimball asks. "Yeah." "It's garbage. Don't let it get to you." "What if they're right?" Silence on the other end. Then, "Elon, listen to me. You're exhausted. You're not thinking clearly. Come stay with me for a few days. Rest. Eat real food. Sleep in a real bed." I can't, there's too much to do. There's always too much to do. That's not a reason to kill yourself. I'm not killing myself. Really? When's the last time you slept more than 3 hours? When's the last time you ate a real meal? When's the last time you saw your sons? Elon can't answer any of these questions, can't remember. I'm fine, Kimball. You're not fine, and if you keep going like this, you won't live to see either company succeed or fail. You'll just burn out, collapse. Is that what you want? I want to save my companies. Then take care of yourself, because you can't save anything if you're dead. They hang up. Elon knows his brother is right, but knowing doesn't change anything. He still has to work, still has to fix things, still has to try. The days get harder. Every phone call brings bad news. Every email contains problems. Every meeting reveals new crises. At Tesla, production is behind schedule. The Model S was supposed to be in development by now. Instead, they're still struggling to deliver roadsters. Each one costs more to build than they sell it for. The company bleeds money every single day. At SpaceX, the team is building a 4th rocket, one last attempt, but they're doing it on a shoestring budget, cutting corners everywhere, reusing parts, skipping tests, praying everything holds together. We need more time, Christina tells Elon, more resources, we're rushing this. We don't have more time or more resources. This is it, our last shot. I know, that's what scares me. Elon understands her fear. He feels it too. Every single second of every single day. September arrives, hot, dry, California wildfire season. The air smells like smoke even when there are no fires nearby, like the whole state is burning slowly. Elon flies back to Omelek Island. The SpaceX team is already there, setting up the 4th rocket. Falcon 1, attempt number 4. The mood is different this time. Quieter, more serious. Less hope, more determination. Like soldiers going into a battle they know they might not survive. How are we looking? Elon asks Christina. She shows him data on her tablet, charts, numbers, calculations. Everything checks out, but it checked out last time too. I know. Elon, what happens if this doesn't work? He looks at her, really looks. She's lost weight, dark circles under her eyes. This has been hard on everyone, not just him. We'll figure something out, he says. We always do. But what if we can't? What if this is it, the end? Elon doesn't have a good answer, so he tells her the truth. Then we failed, but we failed trying to do something incredible, something that mattered, that has to count for something. Christina nods slowly. I hope you're right. The launch is scheduled for September 28, 2008, 2 days away. Those 2 days feel like 2 years. Every hour drags, every minute crawls. Elon checks systems, reviews data, walks around the rocket, touches it like touching it might transfer luck through his fingertips into the metal. Please, he whispers to it when nobody's watching. Please work, not for me, for them, for everyone who believed. The night before the launch, Elon can't sleep. Doesn't even try. He sits on the beach, looking at the stars, thinking about everything that led to this moment. He thinks about being a boy in South Africa, reading science fiction, dreaming of space, believing one person could change the world. He thinks about coming to America, about building companies, about selling PayPal and suddenly having more money than he knew what to do with. Most people would have retired, bought islands, lived easy lives. But Elon couldn't because the problems kept nagging at him. Climate change, humanity stuck on one planet, fossil fuels running out. Someone had to do something, so he did. He tried. And now, sitting on this beach, he might be watching his dreams die. The stars don't care, they just shine. Billions of them, unreachable, indifferent to human suffering. You okay? Elon turns. Marcus is there, the young engineer. He sits down in the sand next to Elon. Couldn't sleep either, Elon asks. Nope, too nervous. Tomorrow is everything. They sit in silence for a while, just 2 people on a beach, staring at infinity. Can I ask you something? Marcus says. Why do you care so much? I mean, you made your money. You could be anywhere right now, doing anything. Why this? Why put yourself through this? Elon thinks about the question, really thinks about it. You know how many people live on Earth, he finally says. 8 billion. Yeah, 8 billion people. And every single one of them, everyone who's ever lived, has been stuck on this one planet, trapped. One asteroid, one nuclear war, one supervolcano. Any of those things happens and it's over. Everything, everyone, every book ever written, every song ever sung, every person you've ever loved, gone forever. Marcus nods slowly. But if we can get to Mars, Elon continues, if we can build a real civilization there, then we're safe. Humanity survives. And not just survives, we become something new, something bigger. We take our first real step into the universe. And that's worth everything, worth losing all your money, worth destroying your health, your marriage, everything. Elon looks at the stars again. I don't know, ask me tomorrow after the launch. If we succeed, then yes. If we fail, I still think it was worth trying. They sit there until dawn, watching the sky change from black to purple to orange. A new day, the most important day. Launch time 4:15 p.m. The morning drags, systems checks, weather monitoring, last-minute adjustment. Everyone moves like they're underwater, slow, careful, terrified of making a mistake. Elon tries to stay out of the way, tries to let his team work, but he can't stop himself from hovering, from checking, from asking questions. Elon, Christina finally says, we've got this. Go to mission control. Let us do our jobs. She's right, he's not helping, just making everyone more nervous. He walks to mission control. The sun is high now. Brutal heat. Sweat soaks through his shirt immediately. Inside mission control, it's cooler. Air conditioning fighting against the tropical heat. Computers everywhere, screens showing data, telemetry, weather reports, countdown clocks. People take their stations. Everyone knows their role. Everyone is ready. Elon stands in his usual spot, back of the room, arms crossed. Heart pounding so hard he can hear it in his ears. His phone buzzes. He almost ignores it, then sees it's from Justine. Good luck today. The boys are watching the live stream. They're so proud of you. I am too. Tears sting Elon's eyes. He blinks them away quickly. Can't cry, not here, not now. He texts back, thank you, tell the boys I love them, and I love you too. Her reply comes fast. We know, come home soon. Home? Does he even have a home anymore? The divorce papers are filed, just waiting for lawyers to finalize everything. But maybe if this works, if the rocket makes it, maybe they can fix things. Maybe he can be the husband and father he should have been all along. T-minus 60 minutes, someone announces. Here we go. One more time, everything they've worked for, everything they've sacrificed for, all coming down to the next hour. The minutes tick by, slower than last time. Or maybe time is just playing tricks. Maybe when you care this much, every second stretches into eternity. T-minus 30 minutes. Elon's hands are shaking. He puts them in his pockets, takes deep breaths. In, out, T-minus 10 minutes. The room goes quiet, not silent. Equipment hums, people breathe, but nobody talks. Nobody moves more than they have to. T-minus 5 minutes. This is it, win or lose, succeed or fail. Everything happens in the next few minutes. T-minus 1 minute. Elon closes his eyes, says a prayer even though he's not religious. Please, just this once, let something go right. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Fire erupts from the rocket. The screen shows orange flames, white smoke, the ground shaking. Liftoff. The rocket climbs, slow at first, then faster, rising into the blue sky. Perfect and beautiful and terrifying. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Past the point where the first launch failed. That's good, that's something. 1 minute, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. Everyone in the room holds their breath. Waiting, watching the telemetry. Everything is green, everything is nominal. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Past the second failure point. New territory, best they've ever done. But that's not enough. They need orbit, need to actually make it, need to succeed. 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Stage separation in 10 seconds, someone says. Their voice is shaking. This is where the third launch failed, 8.5 minutes in, so close but not close enough. Stage separation, now. A pause, 2 heartbeats of terror. Stage 2 ignition confirmed. Burn looks good. 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. They've gone further than ever before, but further isn't enough. They need orbit. 11 minutes, 12 minutes. The room is dead silent. Nobody moves, nobody breathes, just watching, waiting, praying. Approaching orbital velocity, someone says quietly. The numbers on the screen climb, altitude increasing, velocity increasing. So close, so impossibly close. And then, we have orbit. I repeat, we have achieved orbit. The room explodes, people scream, cry, jump up and down, hug each other, some fall to their knees, some punch the air, some just stand there in shock. Christina is crying so hard she can't speak. Marcus is hugging anyone within reach. Engineers who worked for 3 years without sleep are sobbing with relief. Elon stands frozen, can't move, can't process what just happened. They did it. They actually did it. SpaceX is the first private company to reach orbit. The first private company to launch a rocket into space successfully. They made history. Someone grabs Elon, pulls him into a hug, then another person, then everyone. He's surrounded by crying, laughing, celebrating people. "We did it," Christina screams. "We actually did it." "You did it," Elon tells her, tells all of them. "You never gave up, you kept believing." The celebration goes on for hours. Someone finds champagne, someone else finds music. The mission control room becomes a party. But even in the middle of the celebration, even surrounded by joy, Elon feels the weight still there. SpaceX is saved. NASA will give them contracts now, more funding, a future, but Tesla is still dying, still bleeding money, still maybe weeks away from bankruptcy. He saved one company, now he has to save the other. Elon steps outside, needs air, needs to think. The celebration continues behind him, but he can't fully join it. Not yet. His phone has 127 unread messages. News outlets wanting comments. Investors suddenly interested again. Friends congratulating him. One message stands out. From David Chen, his Tesla CFO, "Saw the launch, congratulations, but we still need to talk. Tesla's situation is critical, call me." Reality crashes back in. The celebration is for SpaceX, but Tesla is still in crisis. Still needs saving. Still needs impossible amounts of money Elon doesn't have. He looks up at the sky. The rocket is up there somewhere, in orbit, circling the Earth. Proof that impossible things can happen, that dreams can come true if you refuse to give up. But can he do it twice? Can he save Tesla too? Or did he use up all his luck on this one rocket? Elon doesn't know, but he's going to find out. He walks back inside, back to the celebration. Lets himself have this moment, this one moment of pure joy before returning to the war. "Speech, speech," people chant. Elon climbs up on a desk, looks around at all these exhausted, beautiful faces, these people who believed when nobody else did. 3 years ago, he says, people told us this was impossible, that private companies couldn't reach space, that we were wasting our time and money, that we should give up. Everyone nods, they remember, they lived through it. You could have quit, could have taken jobs somewhere easier, somewhere safer, but you didn't, you stayed, you believed, and today you changed the world. Applause, cheers, more crying. This is just the beginning, Elon continues. Next, we go to the International Space Station, then the Moon, then Mars. Today we proved something important. We proved that nothing is impossible if you're willing to work hard enough, sacrifice enough, believe enough. He pauses, looks at each person. Thank you for everything, for believing in this crazy dream, for making it real. The room erupts again. The celebration continues into the night, into the morning, people finally releasing 3 years of stress and fear and doubt, but Elon slips away eventually, books a flight back to California, back to Tesla, back to the other company that needs saving. On the plane, he pulls out his laptop, opens his bank account. The number hasn't changed, $37 million, minus the $20 million he just spent on the successful rocket. That leaves $17 million. Tesla needs at least $30 million to survive the next 6 months. He's $13 million short. Minimum. The math still doesn't work. SpaceX is saved, but Tesla is dying. And Elon doesn't have enough money to save it. He closes his laptop, stares out the airplane window. The sun is rising. Orange and pink streaks across the clouds. Beautiful. Indifferent. Tomorrow he'll start calling investors again. Start begging. Start trying to convince people to give him money when all the news says he's a failure. But tonight, for just a few more hours, he lets himself feel the success. The impossible, beautiful, terrifying success. They reach space, a private company, his company, against all odds, against all predictions, against reality itself, it seemed. If they could do that, maybe they can do anything. Maybe Tesla can be saved too. Maybe the impossible can happen twice. Or maybe this was his one miracle and Tesla will die anyway. Elon doesn't know, but he's going to fight like hell to find out. The plane touches down in Los Angeles just as the sun comes up. A new day, a new battle, the war continues. But for the first time in months, Elon has something he didn't have before: hope. The success of the rocket launch lasts exactly 3 days. 3 days of good news articles, 3 days of congratulations. 3 days where people look at Elon with respect instead of pity. Then reality comes crashing back. Elon sits in the Tesla conference room, 10 people around the table, his executive team, the people who run the company day to day. They all look tired, scared, like soldiers who know the battle is already lost but keep fighting anyway. David Chen, the CFO, puts up a slide on the screen. Numbers all red, all bad. "We have 47 days of cash left," David says. His voice is flat, emotionless, like he's already dead inside. 47 days. Then we can't make payroll, can't pay suppliers, can't keep the lights on. Silence around the table. Rita speaks up. She's the head of manufacturing, been with Tesla from the beginning. "Can we cut costs, lay people off, something?" "We've already cut everything we can cut," David replies. "We're running on fumes. There's nothing left to cut without shutting down completely." "What about the investors?" asks Marcus. "No, wait, different Marcus. This Marcus runs sales. The ones who promised money for the Series E round." David shakes his head. "They're getting cold feet. The economy is falling apart. Banks are failing. Nobody wants to invest in anything right now, especially not a car company that loses money on every car it sells." Elon sits at the head of the table, hasn't said anything yet, just listening, absorbing. His mind is already running calculations. 47 days, 7 weeks, not enough time. "How much do we need?" Elon finally asks, even though he already knows the answer. 40 million, David says. "Minimum, that gets us through to next summer. Gives us time to ramp up Model S production, time to turn things around." "And realistically, how much can we raise?" David looks down at his papers. "Maybe 20 million, if we're lucky, if the market doesn't get worse, if we can convince people we're worth the risk." 20 million, half of what they need, which means Tesla dies anyway, just dies slower. "What if I put in more of my own money?" Elon asks. Everyone looks at him, David especially. The CFO knows Elon's financial situation, knows he's already tapped out. "Elon," David starts carefully, "you've already put in everything. You don't have 40 million left." "I have SpaceX stock. I can borrow against it." "That's incredibly risky. If Tesla fails, you lose everything. SpaceX too. Both companies gone. If I don't do it, Tesla dies for sure. At least this way there's a chance." Rita leans forward. "Elon, David's right. This is too much risk, even for you." "It's my risk to take." "It's not just about you." Rita's voice rises. She's angry now. "It's about us, all of us. 10,000 employees, their families, their lives. If you gamble everything and lose, we all lose. At least if you let Tesla die gracefully, you still have SpaceX, you can still help people, still change the world." Goes quiet. Rita just said what everyone else was thinking. Let Tesla die, save yourself. Save SpaceX. One dream is better than 0 dreams. Elon looks around the table at these people who have worked so hard, who have sacrificed so much, who trusted him to lead them somewhere meaningful. "I started Tesla for a reason," he says quietly. "Not to make money, not to build a successful company. I started it because the planet is dying, because we're burning fossil fuels that will run out. Because my sons and your children need a world with clean air, clean energy, a future." He pauses, looks at each person. "If I let Tesla die, maybe someone else builds electric cars someday. Maybe. Or maybe the oil companies win. Maybe we stay addicted to fossil fuels for another 50 years. Maybe by the time someone finally fixes the problem, it's too late." "Elon," David tries to interrupt. "Let me finish." Elon's voice is firm but not angry. "I know the math says we should quit. I know the smart play is to cut losses, save SpaceX, live to fight another day, but I can't do it. I can't kill this dream with my own hands. I have to try, even if trying means losing everything." Rita wipes her eyes. She's crying now. "You're going to destroy yourself." "Maybe, but I'll destroy myself trying to save the world. That seems better than destroying myself for nothing." The meeting ends. Nobody feels better. They just feel the weight of the decision. The impossible, terrible, necessary decision. Elon goes back to his office, closes the door, sits in his chair and stares at the wall. His phone rings. He looks at the screen. Justine. He almost doesn't answer. Can't handle another conversation about divorce lawyers and custody arrangements. But he answers anyway. Hey, he says. Hi. Her voice sounds strange, sad, worried, hard to tell. How are you? I'm managing. How are the boys? They're good. They miss you. Saxon keeps asking when Daddy's coming home. The words hit like a punch. Tell him soon. Tell him Daddy's working really hard, but he'll be home soon. Elon, Justine pauses, takes a breath. I need to tell you something, the divorce. The lawyers say we need to settle the financial stuff, the house, the assets, everything. Of course, because his life isn't hard enough. Now he has to divide up assets he doesn't even have anymore. Okay, he says, whatever you think is fair. That's it, just okay. What do you want me to say, Justine? I don't have energy to fight about money right now. You can have the house. You can have whatever you need for the boys. I can't deal with this today. Silence on the other end. Then, are you okay? You sound broken. I'm fine. You're not fine. I can hear it in your voice. What's happening? Elon almost tells her, almost explains that Tesla is dying, that he's about to bet everything on a last desperate attempt to save it, that in 47 days he might be completely bankrupt, but he doesn't. Can't burden her with this. She has enough to deal with. Just work stuff, he says. Nothing I can't handle. Elon, I know we're getting divorced, but I still care about you. If something's wrong. I have to go, meeting starting, kiss the boys for me. He hangs up before she can respond. Feels guilty immediately but can't bring himself to call back. His phone buzzes with a text. From Kimball, dinner tonight, you need to eat. Elon texts back, can't, too much work. Kimball, you always have too much work. You're killing yourself. Elon, I'm fine. Kimball, liar. Elon puts his phone face down on his desk, closes his eyes just for a moment, just to rest them. When he opens them again, it's dark outside. He fell asleep. For how long? He checks his watch. 4 hours, longest sleep he's had in weeks. His phone shows 89 unread messages. He starts going through them. Delete, delete, delete. Most are just noise, reporters, meetings he missed, problems that can wait. One message makes him stop. From an investor named Robert Chen. Wait, Chen. That name sounds familiar. Where has he heard it before? Elon opens the message. Mr. Musk, I'd like to discuss a potential investment in Tesla. I have some concerns, but I'm interested. Can we meet? I'm in Los Angeles next week. This is it, a potential investor, someone with money, someone who might help save Tesla. Elon immediately replies, yes, when and where? The response comes fast. How about the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills, March 28th around 9 p.m. I know it's late, but my schedule is packed. Elon types back, that works, see you then. He leans back in his chair. A meeting, a chance, not much of a chance, but better than nothing. March 28th, that's 5 months away. Can Tesla survive 5 more months? The math says no, but Elon will make it work somehow. He has to. The weeks that follow are brutal. Every day brings new problems. Suppliers threatening to stop deliveries unless they get paid. Employees asking if their jobs are safe. The media writing articles about Tesla's impending collapse. Elon works 20-hour days. 7 days a week. No breaks, no rest, just constant firefighting, constant crisis management, constant begging people for money. He calls everyone he knows, every friend, every business contact, every person who ever said, if you need help, call me. Some people say yes, small amounts, $50,000 here, $100,000 there. Not enough to save Tesla, but every little bit helps. Every dollar buys another day. Other people say no. Sorry, the economy is too unstable. I don't think electric cars are viable. You're too risky right now. The worst are the people who say cruel things. You should have known better. This is what happens when you get greedy. You're going to lose everything and you deserve it. Elon listens, stays polite, thanks them for their time, then calls the next person on the list. One night in December, his body gives up. Elon is working in his office at Tesla, 2 a.m. Everyone else went home hours ago. He's alone in the building, just him and the hum of computers and the weight of impossible problems. His chest suddenly feels tight, hard to breathe. pain shooting down his left arm. Heart attack? No, can't be. He's only 37 years old, young, healthy. This is just stress, just anxiety, just his body overreacting, but the pain gets worse. The room starts spinning. He tries to stand up. His legs won't work. He falls, hits the floor hard. Lying there on the cold office floor, Elon thinks, this is it. This is how I die. Alone in an empty building, trying to save a company that's going to fail anyway. He manages to pull his phone from his pocket, calls Kimball with shaking fingers. Elon, it's 2 in the morning. What's wrong? I need help. Each word is hard. His chest feels like someone's sitting on it. Where are you? Tesla office. I'm coming right now. Don't move. Call 911. No, can't. Meeting tomorrow. Elon, call 911. Just come. He hangs up, lies on the floor, stares at the ceiling. The fluorescent lights blur and swim. Is this what dying feels like? Strange. He always thought he'd feel more scared, but mostly he just feels tired. So incredibly tired. 20 minutes later, Kimball bursts through the door. Oh my God, Elon. His brother kneels beside him. I'm calling an ambulance. No, Elon manages. Just help me. Up. You need a hospital. Can't miss meeting. You're having a heart attack. Not heart attack, just stress. Help me. To car. Kimball looks at him like he's insane, which maybe he is, but he still helps Elon to his feet, practically carries him to the car. At the emergency room, doctors run tests, EKG, blood work, everything. You're not having a heart attack, the doctor says, but you're close. Severe stress, exhaustion, malnutrition. Your body is shutting down. You need to rest for at least a week. Can't, Elon says. He's sitting up now, feeling better. The pain is fading. I have meetings, responsibilities. The doctor looks at Kimball. Is he always like this? Unfortunately, yes. Mr. Musk, if you don't rest, your body will make the choice for you. Next time it might actually be a heart attack, or a stroke, or you might just collapse and not wake up. Is that what you want? I want to save my company. You can't save anything if you're dead. Same thing, Kimball said. Everyone keeps saying it, like Elon doesn't understand, but he does understand, he just doesn't care. The mission matters more than his health, more than his life even. The doctor discharges him with warnings, prescriptions, instructions to rest. Elon throws away the prescriptions, doesn't rest, can't rest. The next morning he's back at work. Kimball is furious. You're an idiot. I'm dedicated. You're going to die. And for what? For a company that's probably going to fail anyway. Elon looks at his brother, really looks at him. If I die trying to save the world, at least I die for something. What else am I supposed to do? Give up. Let everything I worked for just disappear. Yes, if it means staying alive. Elon, the boys need you. I need you. You're my brother. I can't watch you destroy yourself. I'm not destroying myself. I'm saving the future. You're destroying yourself, and you're too stubborn to see it. They don't talk for 3 days after that. Elon knows Kimball is right, knows he's being irrational, but he can't stop. The train is moving and he can't get off. Christmas comes. Elon spends it alone in his apartment. The boys are with Justine. That was part of the custody arrangement. Holidays alternate. This year she gets Christmas. He sits on his couch. No tree, no decorations, no food. Just him and his laptop and 147 unread emails. His phone buzzes. A photo from Justine. All 5 boys in matching pajamas, sitting in front of a Christmas tree, smiling, happy, perfect. The text says, "They miss you, Merry Christmas." Elon stares at the photo for a long time. His sons, his beautiful sons, growing up without him, learning that daddy is too busy, too important, too consumed by his companies to be present. He texts back, "Merry Christmas. Tell them I love them. Tell them daddy is working hard to make the world better for them." But even as he types it, he knows it sounds hollow, like an excuse, which maybe it is. He puts his phone down, goes back to work, because work is all he has left. January arrives, then February, then March. Somehow, impossibly, Tesla survives, just barely, hanging on by a thread, but surviving. The meeting with Robert Chen gets closer. March 28th. The Peninsula Hotel, 9 p.m. This meeting could save everything, or it could be nothing. Another investor who promises money but backs out at the last minute. Elon doesn't let himself hope. Can't afford hope. Hope hurts too much when it dies. The day of the meeting, everything goes wrong. A major supplier cancels their contract, says Tesla is too unreliable, too risky. They want payment up front for everything. Millions of dollars Tesla doesn't have. Then 3 employees quit. Good employees, talented engineers, they're taking jobs at Google. Better pay, better stability, better futures. Then David Chen, the CFO, pulls Elon aside. We need to talk. The board is meeting tomorrow. They're going to recommend we shut down, file bankruptcy. It's over, Elon. It's not over until I say it's over. The math says it's over. We have maybe 2 weeks of cash left. Maybe. That's not enough time to close a financing round. Even if Robert Chen invests tonight, it won't be enough. Then we'll find other investors. More money, something. David looks at him with something like pity. Elon, it's time to accept reality. We tried, we failed. It's okay to admit that. It's not okay, it's never okay. Elon walks away before David can say anything else. Gets in his car, drives to Beverly Hills, to the Peninsula Hotel, 2 hours early. But he can't stay at the office anymore, can't look at his employees' faces, can't hear one more person tell him to give up. He arrives at the hotel at 7:15 p.m., parks, walks into the lobby, sits down on a leather couch, and waits. The hotel is beautiful, elegant, full of wealthy people who don't have problems like his. People who sleep in real beds, eat real food, live real lives. Elon checks his phone. Messages from Kimball, from Justine, from Rebecca, his assistant. He doesn't read them, can't deal with more problems right now. 7:30 p.m., still too early. Robert Chen won't be here for another hour and a half. Elon sits, watches people walk by, tries not to think about the board meeting tomorrow, about bankruptcy, about 10,000 employees losing their jobs, about his sons growing up knowing daddy failed. 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m., Robert Chen doesn't show up. 9:30 p.m., still no Robert Chen. Elon's stomach starts to hurt. The familiar feeling, disappointment, failure. The universe reminding him that he doesn't get to win. 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., 11 p.m., still waiting, still hoping, still alone on a couch in a hotel lobby while his dreams die slowly around him. 11:47 p.m. An older woman walks into the lobby, short gray hair, simple clothes. She looks around, sees Elon. Their eyes meet and everything changes. The older woman walks toward the elevator, then stops, turns back, looks at Elon again. She walks toward him slowly, like she's deciding something with each step. And then she's standing right in front of him, looking down with kind, sad eyes. Are you all right? She asks. Elon stares at her, this stranger, this woman who has no reason to care about him, who probably doesn't even know who he is. He starts, stops, starts again. I don't know. She nods, like this makes perfect sense, like I don't know is the most honest answer possible. Would you like some company, she asks. Or would you rather be alone? Either is fine, You looked like maybe you could use a friendly face. Something about her voice, something about the way she asks, not pushy, not nosy, just genuinely kind. Company would be nice, Elon hears himself say. The woman sits down next to him, not too close, a respectful distance. She sets her small purse on her lap. My name is Margaret, she says. Margaret Chen. Elon Musk. She doesn't react to his name. No recognition. This feels like the best thing that's happened in months. Are you waiting for someone? Margaret asks. I was. They're not coming. I'm sorry. They sit in silence for a moment. Comfortable silence. Not the heavy, awful silence that fills Elon's life now. Just quiet, peaceful. You know what? Margaret says softly. I don't think you're okay at all. You look like a man carrying the weight of the whole world. Elon almost laughs, but it comes out more like a choke. Some days it feels that way. What do you do, Elon? He tells her about Tesla, about SpaceX, about trying to change the world. She listens without judgment, without skepticism, just listens. That sounds important, Margaret says. Difficult but important. It is when things work, when they don't. Elon trails off, can't finish the sentence. Margaret is quiet for a moment. Then, my son was like you, always trying to help people, always working too hard, always believing he could fix everything. Elon catches the past tense. He died 3 years ago. Margaret's voice is steady but sad, so sad. He was a doctor, ran a free clinic in Los Angeles, treated homeless people, immigrants, anyone who couldn't afford regular health care. I'm sorry, Elon says, means it. Thank you. Margaret reaches into her purse, pulls out a photograph. Old, faded, shows a young Asian man in a white doctor's coat. He's smiling, but his eyes look tired, familiar tired, the kind Elon sees in the mirror. This is David, Margaret says. Dr. David Chen. This photo was taken 1 week before he died. Elon looks at the photograph. The man can't be older than 40, young, too young to die. What happened? Elon asks, then immediately regrets it, too personal, too invasive. Sorry, you don't have to. It's okay, Margaret interrupts. His heart stopped, just stopped. He was 39 years old. The autopsy said severe stress, exhaustion. He worked 80-hour weeks for years, never took vacations, never rested. His body just gave out. The words hit Elon like physical blows. 39 years old, 2 years older than Elon is now, died from stress and exhaustion, died trying to help people. Everyone begged him to slow down, Margaret continues. Her eyes are wet now, but she doesn't cry. His friends, his colleagues, I begged him, but he wouldn't listen. He'd say, Mom, these people need help today. Not next year, not when I'm rested, today. She folds the photograph carefully, puts it back in her purse. I was so angry at him, she says quietly. For years I was angry. Why did he kill himself working? Why didn't he think about his family, about me? Why wasn't staying alive more important than his mission? And now, Elon asks. His voice sounds strange, tight. Margaret looks at him, really looks at him. Now I understand. Some people see problems others ignore. They can't look away, can't stop trying to fix things. It's not a choice, it's who they are. Silence between them, heavy silence now, the kind that changes things. After David died, Margaret continues, hundreds of people came to his funeral. Hundreds, people I'd never met. They told me stories. A man whose diabetes David caught early, saved his life. A woman whose cancer David detected, saved her life. Children he vaccinated for free. Families he helped when nobody else would. Margaret's voice gets stronger, more certain. My son died with $400 in his bank account. That's all, $400. He gave everything else away, to the clinic, to patients who couldn't pay, to other doctors trying to do the same work. She pauses, looks at Elon. Die happy or die rich, Mr. Musk. Those are the only two choices that matter. My son died broke, but he died happy. He died knowing he helped people, that he made a difference. Can you say the same about what you're doing? Elon can't speak, can't move. His chest feels tight again, but not like in the hospital, different, like something breaking open inside him. I see the same look in your eyes, Margaret says softly. The same look David had. You're killing yourself for something, something you believe matters more than your own life. Am I right? Elon nods, can't trust his voice. Then let me ask you something. If you die tomorrow from stress or exhaustion or your body just giving up, will you die happy? Will you die knowing you tried, that you gave everything, or will you die with regrets, wishing you'd done more, tried harder? The question sits between them, heavy, important, impossible to answer. Elon's phone buzzes, he ignores it, it buzzes again. Finally, he pulls it out. The screen shows Robert Chen, investor, calling. I need to take this, Elon says. I'm sorry. Of course, Margaret stands up. I should find my daughter anyway, she works here. Her shift ends soon. Elon answers the phone. Hello. Elon, it's Robert. The man's voice sounds uncomfortable, apologetic. Listen, I'm really sorry, but I can't make it tonight. Elon's stomach drops. Already knew this was coming, but knowing doesn't make it hurt less. When can we reschedule? Elon asks, keeping his voice steady, professional. Silence, bad silence. Elon, I'm going to be straight with you. I talked to my partners. We don't think this is the right time to invest in Tesla. The economy is falling apart. Banks are failing. We need to protect our money. I understand, but Tesla is going to. I know, I believe in the vision, I really do. But believing doesn't pay the bills, I'm sorry. I hope you find the funding you need. Click, the call ends. Elon sits holding the phone, staring at the screen, the last investor, the last chance. Gone. Margaret is still standing there. She saw his face, knows it was bad news. I'm sorry, she says simply. Elon looks up at her, this stranger who shared her deepest pain with him, who told him about her son, who asked questions nobody else dares to ask. "That was the person I was waiting for," Elon says. His voice sounds hollow, empty. "An investor. Someone who was going to help save my company. He just backed out." "Oh, Elon. It's okay. It's not okay. Nothing is okay. I'll figure something out. I always do." But even as he says it, he knows it's a lie. There's nothing to figure out. No more options. No more moves. The chess game is over. Checkmate. Margaret sits back down. What will you do now? Elon thinks about it, really thinks about it. For the first time in months, he lets himself think clearly, without panic, without desperation, just thinks he has three options. Same three he's been avoiding for weeks. Option 1, let Tesla die. Sad, painful, but logical, save himself. Save SpaceX, one dream survives. 10,000 people lose their jobs, but 6,000 keep theirs. Cut losses, live to fight another day. Option 2, let SpaceX die. Save Tesla. Electric cars matter more right now anyway. Climate change is killing Earth today. Mars can wait. This makes sense too. Different math, but same logic. Option 3, try to save both. Borrow more money, use personal guarantees, risk everything, probably lose everything. End up broke and humiliated, but maybe impossibly both companies survive. Every rational person would choose option 1 or 2. Cut losses, be smart, be logical, be an adult. But Elon has never been good at being rational. "Can I tell you something?" Elon says to Margaret. "Something I haven't told anyone." "Of course. I'm going to lose everything. My companies, my money, everything. The math doesn't work anymore. I can't save both Tesla and SpaceX. I have to choose. Let one die to save the other." Margaret listens, doesn't interrupt. "Everyone tells me to choose SpaceX," Elon continues. "It makes sense. Space matters. Making humanity multiplanetary matters. Tesla can wait. Someone else will build electric cars eventually." "But," Margaret prompts gently, "but I can't do it. Can't kill Tesla. Can't give up on clean energy, on stopping climate change, on the mission, even though it's stupid. Even though it means I'll probably lose both companies. I can't choose. I can't give up on either dream." He looks at Margaret, expects her to tell him he's being foolish, that he needs to be practical, that he's destroying himself for nothing. Instead, she smiles, sad but understanding. "My son made the same choice. He could have closed his free clinic, taken a job at a regular hospital, made more money, had an easier life. But he couldn't do it, couldn't abandon the people who needed him, even though it killed him in the end." "Do you think he was wrong?" Elon asks, needs to know. "Do you think he should have chosen differently?" Margaret is quiet for a long moment. "I used to think so. For years I thought he was foolish, that he threw his life away. But now," she shakes her head, "now I think some people are born to fight impossible battles, to try to save the world even when the world doesn't want to be saved. And maybe that's not foolish. Maybe that's the most important thing anyone can do." Elon feels tears building. He blinks them away. Can't cry, not here, not in front of a stranger, but Margaret sees. "It's okay to cry, Elon. It's okay to admit this is hard, that you're scared, that you don't know if you can do this." "I can't cry. Leaders don't cry." "Leaders are human. Being human means crying sometimes, means breaking sometimes, means admitting when things are too heavy to carry alone." The tears come anyway, slow at first, then faster. Elon puts his face in his hands, shoulders shaking. 10 months of stress, fear, pain, all pouring out in a hotel lobby at midnight. Margaret doesn't touch him, doesn't try to comfort him with empty words, just sits there, bearing witness, letting him break. When Elon finally stops, Margaret hands him a tissue from her purse. "Feel better?" "A little," he wipes his eyes, embarrassed. "Sorry, I don't usually." "Don't apologize. You needed that. Probably needed it for a long time." Elon nods. She's right. He did need it. "Can I give you some advice?" Margaret asks. "From a mother who lost her son because he worked himself to death." "Please." "Whatever you decide, whether you save one company or both or neither, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Not because you're stubborn, not because you're proud, not because you can't admit defeat. Do it because it matters, because the mission is worth dying for, because you'd rather die trying than live wondering what if." She stands up again. "I really do need to find my daughter now. But Elon, one more thing. Yes, my son died broke, but hundreds of people are alive today because of him. Their children, their grandchildren, maybe thousands of people who exist because David refused to give up. That legacy matters more than money, more than success, more than anything. Margaret starts to walk away, then turns back. If you're going to destroy yourself anyway, at least destroy yourself for something that matters. Die happy, Mr. Musk, not rich, happy. She disappears into the crowd of hotel guests, gone as suddenly as she appeared. Elon sits alone again, but feels different somehow. Lighter, no, not lighter, still carrying the same weight, but understanding it differently now. He pulls out his phone, opens a new message to Kimball, types slowly, "I'm putting everything into both companies, all my money, borrowing against SpaceX stock. If we fail, I'll be completely broke, but I can't choose which dream dies. I can't do it." His thumb hovers over send. This is crazy. Everyone will tell him he's crazy. Kimball will yell at him. David Chen will quit. The board will vote to remove him as CEO. But Elon thinks about Margaret Chen, about her son David, who died with $400 in his bank account, who saved hundreds of lives, who died broke but happy. He thinks about his own sons. What legacy does he want to leave them? A smart legacy where he cut losses and stayed rich? Or a meaningful legacy where he tried to save the world even when it meant losing everything? He presses send, then makes a phone call. David Chen, the Tesla CFO. "Elon, it's almost midnight. What's?" "I need you to do something," Elon interrupts. "Tomorrow morning, I want you to arrange a loan against my SpaceX stock. All of it, every share, maximum amount they'll give me." Silence. "Elon, that's insane. If Tesla fails, you lose SpaceX too. You lose everything." "I know." "Then why?" "Because I can't give up. Not on Tesla, not on the mission. I'll split the money between both companies. Maybe it's not enough. Probably it's not enough. But at least I'll know I tried everything." This is financial suicide. Maybe, but it's the right kind of suicide. The kind that matters. More silence. "Then you're crazy." "Yeah, probably. But you're also, God, I don't even know, brave, stupid, both." "Both," Elon agrees. "Okay," David says. "I'll set it up, but Elon, if this doesn't work, if both companies fail, you're going to be broke. Worse than broke. In debt you can't repay. You understand that?" "I understand." "And you're doing it anyway." "I'm doing it anyway." They hang up. Elon sits in the lobby for a few more minutes, watching people, rich people, happy people, normal people who don't carry the weight of the world. He could have been one of them, could have kept his PayPal money, retired at 30, played video games and traveled and lived an easy life. But he didn't. He chose this. Chose rockets and electric cars and impossible missions. Chose to try to save humanity even when humanity didn't ask to be saved. Was it worth it? He doesn't know yet. Ask him in 6 months or 6 years or on his deathbed. Maybe then he'll know. Elon stands up, walks out of the Peninsula Hotel. Into the cool California night, stars overhead, billions of them, unreachable, impossible, beautiful, just like every dream worth dying for. He gets in his car, a Tesla Roadster, one of the first ones ever made, drives back to his apartment. The small, empty place he rents because he can't afford anything bigger anymore. Inside, he doesn't go to bed. Goes to his laptop instead, opens his email, starts writing. A message to every Tesla employee: "We're not giving up. I'm putting everything I have into this company, every dollar, every asset. If you believe in the mission, if you believe we can change the world, then stay with me. We're going to fight, we're going to survive, or we're going to die trying, but we're going to do it together." He reads it over, sounds crazy, sounds desperate, sounds like a man who's lost his mind. He sends it anyway, then writes another message. To the SpaceX team: "Thank you for reaching orbit. You proved the impossible is possible. Now let's do it again, and again, until we reach Mars, until we save humanity. I'm with you, always." Sends that too. Then he closes his laptop, lies down on his couch, doesn't even make it to the bedroom. Sleep comes fast, deep sleep. The kind he hasn't had in months, because for the first time in a long time he's not worried about making the smart choice. He made the right choice, the meaningful choice, the choice that matters. If it destroys him, at least he'll die happy. Elon wakes up at 5 a.m., neck stiff from sleeping on the couch, body aching, but his mind feels clearer than it has in months. He showers, gets dressed, checks his phone. 147 new messages, most from Tesla employees responding to his midnight email. "I'm with you, boss, let's do this." Christina from engineering, not giving up ever. Rita from manufacturing, "You're crazy, but I believe in you." Marcus from sales, message after message. People who could quit, who could take safer jobs, who could abandon the sinking ship, but they're not. They're staying, fighting, believing. Elon gets in his car. Drives to the bank. His bank, where he's kept his money since selling PayPal, where they know him, trust him, or used to trust him. The meeting is at 8 a.m. with the loan department to arrange borrowing against his SpaceX stock. Every share he owns, about 30 million shares, worth maybe $15 million right now. The bank will loan him maybe $10 million against that, not enough to save both companies. But combined with the other money he can scrape together, maybe $10 million more, it gives him $20 million total. Split between Tesla and SpaceX, $10 million each, still not enough, but better than nothing. The banker is a man named Richard, gray hair, expensive suit. He's known Elon for years, handled his money when he had money. "Elon," Richard says, shaking his hand. "Good to see you, though I wish it was under better circumstances." "Me too." They sit in Richard's office, mahogany desk, leather chairs, photos of Richard's family on the walls, normal life, happy life, the kind of life Elon used to have. "So," Richard says, pulling out papers, "you want to borrow against your SpaceX stock, all of it?" "Yes." "Elon, I have to ask, are you sure about this? If Tesla fails, you lose everything, SpaceX too, your entire fortune, gone." "I'm sure." Richard leans back in his chair, studies Elon's face. Why risk everything? You could let Tesla go, save SpaceX, still be wealthy, still change the world. Why throw it all away on a company that's probably going to fail anyway? Elon thinks about Margaret Chen, about her son David who died with $400, about dying happy versus dying rich. "Because some missions are worth dying for," Elon says simply. "And I'd rather die trying than live wondering what if." Richard is quiet for a moment, then nods slowly. "Okay, I'll process the loan. But Elon, as your banker and your friend, I have to tell you, this is the worst financial decision I've ever seen anyone make." "Probably. And you're doing it anyway." "I'm doing it anyway." The paperwork takes 3 hours. Signatures, disclosures, warnings about risk, everything in triplicate. Legal language that all says the same thing: you're about to destroy yourself financially. Elon signs everything, doesn't hesitate, doesn't second guess, just signs. At 11 a.m. the loan is approved. $12 million against his SpaceX stock, more than Richard thought. Good news, rare good news. Elon walks out of the bank, stands in the parking lot, looks at his phone. His bank account now shows $12 million, borrowed money, money he has to pay back, money secured by everything he owns. He drives to Tesla, straight to David Chen's office. "It's done," Elon says. "I got $12 million from the bank loan, plus the $8 million I have left. That's $20 million total." David looks sick. "You actually did it." "I did it, split it evenly. $10 million for Tesla, $10 million for SpaceX. That gives us maybe 90 days, 3 months. We need to make it count." "Elon, 10 million isn't enough. We need 40 million to be safe. 10 million just means we die slower." "Then we'll find more. We'll keep fighting. We'll make it work." David shakes his head. "You're going to destroy yourself." "So everyone keeps telling me." The days that follow are the hardest of Elon's life. Harder than the rocket explosions. Harder than the divorce. Harder than anything. Because now he's fighting with everything he has. No reserves, no backup plan, no safety net. Just him and $20 million and 2 dying companies and 3 months to pull off a miracle. He works 22-hour days, sleeps 2 hours, sometimes doesn't sleep at all. Just coffee and protein bars and sheer stubborn will. At Tesla, they focus on the Model S, getting it ready for production, finding new battery suppliers, cutting costs everywhere possible without sacrificing quality. At SpaceX, they prepare for the next NASA contract, the one that could save the company, worth $16 billion if they win it. But 12 other companies are competing, all bigger than SpaceX, all more established, all less crazy. Elon splits his time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at Tesla. Tuesday, Thursday at SpaceX, weekends at whichever company needs him more, which is always both. His body starts failing. The chest pains come back, worse than before. Some mornings he can't get out of bed. The room spins. His heart races for no reason. He takes pills the doctors prescribed. Doesn't help much, keeps working anyway. One night in April, Kimball shows up at the Tesla office. 1 a.m., finds Elon at his desk, surrounded by papers, eyes red from staring at screens. "You look like death," Kimball says. "Thanks, very encouraging." "I'm serious, Elon. When's the last time you saw your sons?" Elon tries to remember, can't. "I don't know, 2 weeks, 3. 5, it's been 5 weeks. They think you don't love them anymore." The words hit like a punch. "That's not true. I love them more than anything." "Then show them. Go home, see them, be their father." "I can't right now. I'm in the middle of..." "You're always in the middle of something." Kimball's voice rises. Angry now, really angry. "There will always be another crisis, another problem, another reason to skip being a dad, but your boys, they're only young once. They need you now, not later. Now." Elon knows his brother is right, knows he's failing his sons, knows he's making choices he'll regret forever, but he can't stop, can't slow down. The companies will die if he does. "After this is over," Elon says weakly, "after we close the next funding round, after Tesla is stable, then I'll be there more, I promise." "You promised that 6 months ago, and 6 months before that. You're always promising later, but later never comes." Kimball walks out, doesn't slam the door, just leaves quietly. Disappointed, sad, Elon sits alone in his office, stares at the wall, thinks about his sons. Griffin, Xavier, Kai, Saxon, Damien, 5 boys growing up without him, learning that daddy's work is more important than they are. He picks up his phone, opens the Photos app, scrolls through pictures of his boys, birthday parties he missed, school plays he wasn't at, normal moments of childhood happening without him. His phone rings. He almost doesn't answer, then sees it's Justine. "Hello." "Elon, we need to talk about Saxon. He's been having nightmares, crying every night, asking why daddy doesn't love him anymore." The words destroy him. "I love him. I love all of them, you know that." Knowing it and feeling it are different things. They're children, Elon. They don't understand why you're never around. They just know you're gone. "I'm trying to save the world for them, to give them a better future." They don't want a better future, they want their father. They want you to read them bedtime stories, play with them, be there when they're scared. They don't care about Tesla or SpaceX or saving the world. They care about you. Elon closes his eyes. I know I'm failing them, but if I stop now, everything collapses. 10,000 people lose their jobs, both companies die, all the sacrifice becomes meaningless. And if you keep going, you'll die, or your sons will grow up hating you, which is worse. The question hangs in the air, unanswerable. "I don't know," Elon admits. "I honestly don't know." They hang up. Elon sits in the darkness of his office. 2 a.m. The building is empty, just him and the hum of computers and the weight of impossible choices. He thinks about Margaret Chen again, about her son who died at 39, died trying to help people, died broke but happy. Is Elon happy? No, he's miserable, exhausted, breaking apart. But is he doing the right thing? He thinks so, hopes so, can't be sure. May arrives. The money is running out faster than expected. Always faster than expected. Problems cost more to fix than anticipated. Delays cost more than budgeted. Reality is more expensive than spreadsheets predict. By June, Tesla has maybe 30 days of cash left, maybe less. The board calls an emergency meeting. 10 people around the table, the board members, the executives, David Chen with his grim financial reports. "We're out of option," David says, puts up a slide showing the numbers. All red, all terrible. "We need a miracle. Multiple miracles, or we shut down by July." One board member, a man named Thomas, speaks up. "We need to start bankruptcy proceedings. File Chapter 11. Protect what assets we can. This is over." "It's not over," Elon says, voice quiet but firm. "We keep fighting." "Fighting with what?" Thomas shoots back. "We're out of money, out of time, out of options. Face reality, Elon. You tried, you failed. It's okay to admit that." "It's not okay, and I'm not giving up." "Then you're a fool. You're going to drag everyone down with you. 10,000 employees, their families, their futures, because you're too stubborn to admit defeat." The words sting because they might be true. Is he being stubborn or dedicated? Is there even a difference? Rita speaks up. I'm with Elon, we keep fighting. I didn't work this hard to give up now. Marcus nods. Me too, we're close, I can feel it. Christina joins in. We've survived this long, we can survive longer. One by one, the executives choose Elon's side. Choose to keep fighting. Choose the impossible over the practical. Thomas shakes his head. You're all insane, but fine. Fight your losing battle. I'm resigning from the board. I won't be part of this disaster. He stands up, walks out. The door closes behind him. Silence around the table. Anyone else want to leave? Elon asks. Nobody moves. Okay then, let's figure out how to survive July. They work through the night. Every executive, every department head, cutting costs, delaying payments, negotiating with suppliers, begging for more time. Some suppliers say yes, most say no. Pay us now or we stop deliveries. Elon personally calls major investors, people who invested before, people who believed once. I need more money, just enough to get through summer, then Tesla takes off, I promise. Most say no, too risky, economy is too unstable, sorry. A few say maybe, let me think about it, call me next week. Maybe isn't yes, but maybe is better than no. The days blur together, June becomes July, July becomes August. Somehow, impossibly, Tesla doesn't die, just keeps limping forward, one day at a time, $1 at a time. At SpaceX, news comes in August. They won the NASA contract, $16 billion to deliver cargo to the International Space Station, 12 missions over 6 years. SpaceX is saved, completely saved, secured for the foreseeable future. The impossible just happened. Elon gets the call while sitting in his Tesla office. He almost doesn't believe it. Makes them repeat it 3 times to be sure. We won, we actually won. You won, Mr. Musk. Congratulations, you beat Boeing, Lockheed Martin, everyone. The contract is yours. Elon hangs up, sits very still, tries to process what just happened. SpaceX survives. One dream saved. Now just Tesla left, just one more miracle needed. He calls the SpaceX team. They're already celebrating. Someone got champagne, someone else got pizza. The office is chaos, happy chaos. You did it, Christina screams into the phone. We did it, we're going to the space station. We did it, Elon agrees, smiles for the first time in weeks. Real smile. You never gave up, any of you, thank you. Even as he celebrates, his mind is already moving to Tesla. One company saved, one still dying. The fight isn't over. September arrives, almost 1 year since the successful rocket launch. Almost 1 year since everything started falling apart, but they're still here, still fighting, still alive. Tesla has maybe 2 weeks of cash left, maybe 1 week. It's hard to tell anymore. They're scraping by hour to hour. Elon hasn't slept in 3 days, maybe 4. Time is fuzzy. Reality is fuzzy. He's running on coffee and adrenaline and pure stubbornness. His phone rings. Unknown number. He almost doesn't answer, but something makes him pick up. Hello. Mr. Musk, this is David Chen. Elon's heart stops. The investor, Robert Chen, who stood him up at the Peninsula Hotel. Why is he calling now? Wait, different David Chen. The voice is younger, not the investor. I'm calling about Tesla's financing, the man continues. My mother passed away 3 weeks ago. Margaret Chen, she told me she met you at a hotel in March. The world stops spinning. Margaret Chen, the woman in the lobby, the woman who told him about her son, who asked if he'd die happy or die rich, she's dead. I'm so sorry, Elon manages. His voice cracks. Your mother she was very kind to me at a time when I needed kindness. She told me, David says, before she died, she said she met a man trying to save the world, that he reminded her of my father, of Dad. Elon can't speak, just listens. My mother left me some money, David continues. Life insurance, not a fortune, about $100,000. I'm a high school science teacher. I don't have millions, but I have this. And my mother told me, made me promise, that if you were still fighting, I should help. Tears stream down Elon's face. He doesn't wipe them away. Mr. Chen, I can't accept that. It's your mother's money, your inheritance. You should keep it. My father died trying to save people, David says. My mother died believing you were trying to save the world. If I keep this money, I'm just being smart, safe, comfortable. But if I invested in your mission, maybe I honor them both. Maybe I become the kind of person they wanted me to be. This is very risky. You could lose everything. I know. My mother told me that too. She said you were probably going to fail. But that failing while trying to change the world was better than succeeding at something meaningless. I believe that. I want to believe that. Elon wipes his eyes, takes a deep breath. Okay, if you're sure, if you really want to do this. I'm sure. How do I transfer the money? They work out the details. David Chen, son of Dr. David Chen, son of Margaret Chen, becomes an investor in Tesla. $100,000, a drop in the ocean of what Tesla needs, but meaningful, so meaningful. After they hang up, Elon sits in his office, crying, really crying, not from stress this time, from gratitude, from connection, from the knowledge that Margaret Chen believed in him even after she died. His phone buzzes. Text from David Chen, the CFO. 3 more small investors just committed, $50 each. Where are they coming from? Elon doesn't know, doesn't care. Miracles are happening, small miracles, but miracles. September continues. More small investors appear. People Elon barely knows, people who read articles, people who believe in the mission. 5,000 here, 10,000 there. Not enough to save Tesla alone, but combined with everything else. Maybe, just maybe, October arrives, then November, then December. The same December when Elon sat in that hotel lobby, when Robert Chen stood him up, when Margaret Chen changed his life. Was that really only 9 months ago? Feels like 9 years. December 23rd, one day before Christmas Eve, David Chen calls Elon. I have news, good news, maybe great news. Tell me. 6 major investors just committed, the full amount we needed, 40 million. The deal closes tomorrow, Christmas Eve, by 6 p.m. Elon sits down, legs won't hold him anymore. Are you sure they're really committing? They're really committing. We're going to make it, Elon. Tesla survives. That night, Elon doesn't go to the office, goes to Justine's house instead, where his sons are, where his family is. He knocks on the door. Justine answers, looks surprised. Elon, what are you doing here? Can I see the boys, just for a bit? I know it's late, but... She nods, steps aside. They're in the living room, decorating the Christmas tree. Elon walks in. 5 boys turn around, see him. Their faces light up like Christmas lights. Daddy. They run to him. All 5 crash into him like a wave, arms everywhere, hugs, kisses. Daddy's home, Daddy's home. Elon kneels down, hugs them all at once. All 5 boys, his sons, his treasures. I'm sorry I've been gone so much. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Daddy, Saxon says. You were building rockets and cars we saw on TV. Did you save the world yet? Griffin asks. Elon laughs, cries, both at once. Almost, buddy, almost. They decorate the tree together, string lights, hang ornaments. The boys tell him about school, about friends, about everything he missed. Justine watches from the doorway. When the boys run off to get more decorations, she sits next to Elon. You look terrible, she says, but her voice is gentle, concerned. I know. But you also look different, lighter somehow. Did something good happen? Maybe tomorrow, I'll know tomorrow. She nods. I'm glad you came tonight. The boys needed this, needed you. I needed them too. They sit in comfortable silence, watching their sons, the family they made together, the family that survived even when everything else fell apart. Justine, Elon says quietly, I know we're getting divorced. I know I destroyed our marriage by working too much. Being gone too much, I'm sorry for all of it. I know you are. But I want you to know, everything I did for them, for the boys, to give them a better world. I know that doesn't excuse it, but it's true. Justine looks at him, really looks at him. I know, Elon, I've always known that's what made it so hard. You weren't neglecting us for nothing. You were neglecting us for something important, something meaningful. How do I be angry about that? You can still be angry. You have the right. I'm not angry anymore, just sad. Sad that it had to be this way, that we couldn't make it work. They sit with that sadness, shared sadness, the end of something that was once beautiful. At 9 p.m., Elon says goodbye to the boys, tucks them in, reads them a story. Good night, Moon, one more time. Will you be here for Christmas? Damien asks sleepily. I'll try, buddy. I'll really try. He drives home to his small apartment, sets his alarm for 6 a.m. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow the deal closes. Tomorrow Tesla lives or dies. Tomorrow he finds out if the impossible just happened twice. The alarm goes off at 6 a.m. Elon doesn't need it. He never fell asleep. Just lay on his couch staring at the ceiling, watching shadows move across the walls as cars passed outside, thinking about everything that led to this moment. December 24th, 2008, Christmas Eve. The day Tesla lives or dies. He showers, gets dressed in his only clean shirt, drives to Tesla headquarters. The roads are empty. Most people are home with their families, wrapping presents, drinking hot chocolate, living normal lives. Elon arrives at 6:30 a.m. The parking lot is almost empty, but not completely. A few cars are there: Christina's beat-up Honda, Rita's old truck, Marcus's sedan with the dented bumper. They're already here, already working, on Christmas Eve morning. Because they believe, because they won't give up either. Inside, the office is quiet, just the hum of computers, the buzz of fluorescent lights. Elon walks through the empty halls, past cubicles where people work when Tesla is open, past conference rooms where they've had so many meetings, so many crises, so many impossible problems. He finds Christina, Rita, and Marcus in the main conference room. Laptops open, coffee cups everywhere. They look up when he enters. Couldn't sleep either. Christina asks, "Nope." "Yeah, us neither." They sit together, four people who have been fighting this battle for years, four people who refuse to give up when everyone said they should. David sent an update at 5 a.m., Rita says, shows her phone. 5 of the 6 investors have signed, 1 left. They're supposed to sign by noon. And if they don't, Marcus asks. Nobody answers, they all know. If the last investor doesn't sign, the whole deal collapses, all of it. Tesla dies, 10,000 people lose their jobs, everything they worked for disappears. They'll sign, Elon says, trying to sound confident, not sure if he believes it. They committed, they'll follow through. The morning crawls by, slowest morning of Elon's life. Every minute feels like an hour, every hour feels like a day. At 8 a.m., David Chen arrives, the CFO. He looks exhausted, probably hasn't slept either. "Any news?" Elon asks. "Not yet. The last investor, a venture capital firm called Draper Associates, says they're reviewing final documents. Should have an answer by noon." Should. That's what they said. More waiting, more coffee, more staring at phones that don't ring. Rebecca, Elon's assistant, arrives at 9 a.m. "I brought donuts," she announces, sets a box on the table. "Figured we all need sugar today." Nobody eats the donuts. Can't eat. Stomachs too twisted in knots. At 10 a.m., more Tesla employees start arriving, even though it's Christmas Eve. Even though they should be home, they show up, want to be there, want to know what happens. By 11 a.m., maybe 50 people are in the building. Engineering team, manufacturing team, sales team, people who worked without paychecks, who deferred salaries, who believed in something bigger than themselves. They gather in the main space, sitting on desks. Standing in doorways, everyone quiet, everyone waiting. Elon's phone rings at 11:37 a.m. He looks at the screen. David Chen calling, not the CFO David Chen standing right there. The other one, the investor, Margaret Chen's son. Elon steps into a quiet office. Answers. "Hello." "Mr. Musk, it's David Chen. I just wanted to call and say, whatever happens today, I'm glad my mother met you. She came home that night and told me about a man trying to save the world. She said you reminded her of my father. That meant everything to her, to me." Elon's throat tightens. "Your mother was a remarkable woman. What she told me that night, it changed me, changed how I think about everything. She had that effect on people. My father did too. They both believed some things are worth dying for, worth sacrificing everything for. I think you believe that too." "I do." "Then I'm proud to be part of this. Win or lose. I'm proud my $100,000 went to someone trying to do something meaningful." They talk for a few more minutes, about Margaret, about Dr. David Chen, about legacy and meaning and dying happy versus dying rich. When Elon hangs up, he has tears in his eyes, but good tears, grateful tears. He walks back to the conference room. Everyone looks up, hopeful, scared. "That wasn't about the deal," Elon says. "Just a friend calling to wish us luck." 11:52 a.m., 8 minutes until noon. The deadline. David Chen, the CFO, keeps refreshing his email, checking his phone. Nothing. No confirmation, no signature, no news. Maybe they're not going to sign, Rita says quietly. Maybe we need to accept that. It's not noon yet, Christina says. We still have time. 11:56 a.m., 11:58 a.m., 11:59 a.m. Everyone in the building is silent. You could hear a pin drop, 50 people holding their breath, 50 people waiting for a miracle. Elon closes his eyes, thinks about Margaret Chen, about her son who died broke but happy, about dying for something that matters. If Tesla dies today, at least he tried. At least he gave everything. At least he. David Chen's phone rings. He jumps, fumbles it, almost drops it. It's them, it's Draper Associates. He answers, "Hello, yes, this is David Chen." Everyone leans forward, trying to hear, trying to read David's face. His expression changes, eyes go wide, mouth opens slightly. "Yes," he says into the phone. "Yes, I understand, thank you so much." He hangs up, looks at Elon, at everyone. They signed, they just signed, the deal is done, Tesla is funded. The room explodes, people scream, cry, hug each other, jump up and down, some fall to their knees, some punch the air, some just stand there in shock. Christina is sobbing, mascara running down her face. "We did it, we actually did it." Rita hugs Marcus, both of them crying. "We survived, we made it." Employees flood into the conference room, everyone hugging, everyone celebrating, years of stress, fear, doubt, all released in one beautiful moment. Elon stands in the middle of chaos. People hug him, pat his back, thank him, but he feels distant somehow, like he's watching from outside his body. Tesla survived, the impossible happened, against all odds, against all predictions, against math and logic and reality itself. They did it. Elon steps outside, needs air, needs space, needs to process what just happened. The December sun is bright, warm for winter, perfect California weather. He walks to the parking lot, stands next to his Tesla Roadster, the car that started everything, the dream that almost died. His phone buzzes, text from Justine. "I saw the news, congratulations. The boys are so proud of you. We all are." Another text from Kimball. "You crazy bastard, you actually did it. I'm sorry I doubted you." Another from his mother in South Africa. "I always knew you would succeed. Love you, my boy." Message after message, people congratulating him, people who believed, people who doubted, all saying the same thing: you did it. But Elon doesn't feel victorious, doesn't feel triumphant, just feels relieved, exhausted, grateful to still be standing. He sits on the curb in the parking lot, December sun on his face, sounds of celebration drifting from inside the building. And he thinks about the journey, the impossible, brutal, beautiful journey. 14 months ago, he had $200 million. Today, he has maybe $2 million left. He almost lost everything, almost destroyed himself, almost died trying to save 2 companies and change the world. But he didn't die. And the companies didn't die. They survived, both of them. SpaceX with its NASA contract, Tesla with its Christmas Eve miracle. Was it worth it? The money gone, the marriage ended, the time away from his sons, the nights of terror, the days of pain. Elon doesn't know. Can't know, not yet. Ask him in 10 years, 20 years, when electric cars are everywhere, when humans live on Mars, when his sons are grown and judge him for his choices. Maybe then he'll know if it was worth it, or maybe he already knows. Because right now, sitting in a parking lot on Christmas Eve, he feels something he hasn't felt in over a year. Peace. Not happiness, not joy, just peace. The peace of someone who gave everything, who held nothing back, who faced the impossible and refused to blink. His phone rings, unknown number. He almost doesn't answer, then does. "Hello. Mr. Musk, this is Stephen Chu. I'm calling from the Department of Energy." "Yes. We've been following Tesla's progress. Very impressive. We'd like to discuss a government loan, $465 million, to help you build the Model S. Are you interested?" Elon almost laughs, almost cries, almost everything at once. 9 months of begging for money, 9 months of rejection, 9 months of doors slamming in his face. And now, on Christmas Eve, the government wants to give him $500 million. The universe has a twisted sense of humor. "Yes," Elon says. "Yes, we're very interested." They talk for 20 minutes. Details, requirements, timelines. It's not finalized yet. Won't be for months, but it's real, it's happening. Tesla isn't just surviving, it's thriving, growing, becoming something real. When Elon hangs up, he sits very still, trying to absorb it all. The funding, The loan, the survival, the future suddenly opening up where there was only darkness before. He goes back inside. The celebration is still going strong. Someone brought champagne. Someone else brought music. The office is chaos, happy chaos. David Chen, the CFO, finds him. Did you hear? Department of Energy just called me too. $465 million loan. This changes everything, Elon, everything. I know. We're going to make it, really make it. The Model S will happen. Tesla becomes real. You did it. We did it, Elon corrects. All of us. Nobody does anything alone. The celebration continues into the afternoon. People laughing, crying, finally releasing years of fear. At 3 p.m., Elon gathers everyone in the main space. Maybe 80 people now. More employees arrived when they heard the news, couldn't stay away, wanted to be part of the moment. Elon climbs up on a desk, looks around at all these exhausted, beautiful faces. I don't have a speech prepared, he starts. Didn't think we'd make it this far. Laughter, sad laughter, true laughter. 14 months ago, Elon continues, we almost died. SpaceX failed 3 times. Tesla ran out of money. Everyone said we should give up. Cut our losses, be smart. Heads nod, they remember, they lived it. But you didn't give up, worked without paychecks, worked weekends, worked through doubt and fear and every reason to quit. You stayed because you believed, not in me, in the mission, in something bigger than any of us. His voice gets stronger, more certain. Today we proved something. We proved that the impossible is possible, that small companies can beat big companies, that belief matters, that dedication matters, that refusing to give up matters. Applause starts, quiet at first, then louder. This isn't the end, Elon says. It's the beginning. We're going to build the Model S, then the Model X, then affordable cars everyone can buy. We're going to end oil addiction, stop climate change, save the planet, and we're going to do it together. The room erupts, everyone standing, clapping, cheering, some crying again. Release and joy and relief all mixed together. Merry Christmas, Elon says. Now go home, be with your families, hug your kids, eat too much food, enjoy this moment, you earned it. People start leaving, hugging on their way out, wishing each other Merry Christmas, going home to families they neglected for months, years, going home to lives they put on hold to chase a dream. By 5 p.m., the building is almost empty. Just Elon and a few diehards who can't quite believe it's real yet, who need to stay a little longer, make sure the miracle doesn't evaporate. At 5:30, Elon's phone rings. Justin. Hi, he answers. Hi, are you coming over? The boys really want to see you on Christmas Eve. Elon looks around the empty office, the place he practically lived for a year, the place that almost killed him, the place that gave him purpose. Yeah, he says, I'm coming, be there in 30 minutes. Really? You're really coming? Really? The boys will be so happy. He drives through Los Angeles, Christmas lights everywhere, decorations, happy families visible through windows, normal life happening all around him. Elon arrives at Justin's house at 6:15 p.m., parks, walks to the door, rings the bell. All 5 boys answer, crash into him. Daddy, you came, you came. Of course I came, it's Christmas Eve. They pull him inside, show him the tree, the presents, everything he missed while saving the world. Justine watches from the kitchen, smiling, sad but genuine. You look better than last night. I feel better, Tesla survived. We got the funding. I know, I saw the news, I'm happy for you, really. They have dinner together. As a family, pasta again, the boys' favorite, messy and chaotic and perfect. Elon helps clean up, plays with the boys, reads them stories. At bedtime, all 5 boys want him to tuck them in. Daddy, did you save the world today? Griffin asks. Elon thinks about the question, really thinks about it. Not yet, buddy, but we took a big step, made it possible. When will the world be saved? I don't know, maybe never, but we keep trying, that's what matters. Keep trying even when it's hard. Were you scared? Xavier asks. Very scared for a long time. But you did it anyway. I did it anyway, because some things are worth being scared for. Saxon, the youngest who can talk well, asks, do you love rockets more than us? The question breaks Elon's heart, shatters it into pieces. No, he says firmly, looking at each boy. No, I love you more than anything, more than rockets, more than cars, more than everything. I'm sorry if I made you think differently. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Daddy, Saxon says, pats Elon's hand. You're here now. I'm here now. He tucks them all in, kisses 5 foreheads, turns off the light, stands in their doorway listening to them settle down. These 5 boys, his legacy, more important than any company, than any mission, than anything. Downstairs, Justine is cleaning the kitchen. Elon helps. They work in comfortable silence. You know we're still getting divorced, Justine says, not mean, just matter of fact. I know. This doesn't change that. I know. But maybe we can be better at co-parenting, better at making sure the boys feel loved by both of us. I'd like that. She dries her hands, looks at him. What you did, saving both companies, risking everything, it was brave. Stupid, but brave. The boys should know they have a father who doesn't give up, who fights for what he believes in. Thank you. But Elon, don't die for it. Whatever you're building, whatever world you're trying to create, it means nothing if you're not alive to see it. The boys need you, not your dream. You. I understand. He leaves at 9 p.m., drives through Los Angeles again, Christmas lights blurring past. He should go home, sleep, rest for the first time in months. Instead, he drives to the Peninsula Hotel, parks in the same spot he parked in March, walks into the same lobby, sits on the same leather couch where he met Margaret Chen. The lobby looks the same, golden lights, crystal chandeliers, rich people walking past, but everything is different now. Everything has changed. Elon pulls out his phone, finds David Chen's number, the investor, Margaret's son, sends a text. Thank you for believing, for your mother, for reminding me why this matters. Tesla survived today. Your $100,000 was part of that miracle. I'll never forget. The reply comes fast. My mother would be happy. She believed in you. So do I. Elon sits on the couch, alone again, but different kind of alone. Not desperate alone, not terrified alone, just quiet alone, peaceful alone. He thinks about Margaret Chen, wishes he could tell her, wishes she knew Tesla survived, wishes he could thank her one more time for that night, for seeing him, for asking if he'd die happy or die rich. He chose happy, chose meaning, chose the mission over money. And somehow, impossibly, it worked. Elon stands up, walks out of the Peninsula Hotel into the cool Christmas Eve night. Tomorrow is Christmas. A new beginning, a new chapter. The companies are saved. The mission continues. Life goes on. He gets in his car, drives to his small apartment, lies down on his couch, and for the first time in over a year, he falls asleep immediately. Deep sleep, dreamless sleep. The sleep of someone who gave everything and survived. Someone who faced the impossible and won. Someone who chose to die happy instead of rich, and lived to tell about it. 6 years pass. December 24th, 2014. Christmas Eve again, but everything is different now. Elon stands in the Tesla factory in Fremont, California, not the small office in San Carlos where they almost died. A real factory, massive, 5.5 million square feet, where they used to build Toyotas and Chevrolets. Now they build Teslas. The factory floor is decorated for Christmas. Lights strung between assembly stations. A huge tree near the entrance. Holiday music playing softly through the speakers, but nobody has gone home yet. 5,000 employees fill the factory, standing in rows, waiting. They're here for the annual Christmas Eve speech, a tradition that started last year. This year is special, though. This year, Elon has something important to share. He walks to the stage, not young anymore, 43 now, gray in his hair, lines on his face, but his eyes are bright, alive, different from 6 years ago. The crowd goes quiet, waiting. Merry Christmas, everyone, Elon begins. His voice echoes through the factory. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do, every day, every year. Applause, warm applause. These aren't desperate employees anymore. They're successful ones. Tesla stock has made many of them millionaires. The company that almost died is now worth billions. 6 years ago tonight, Elon continues, we almost didn't make it. Some of you were there. You remember how close we came to losing everything. Heads nod throughout the crowd. Christina is there. Rita, Marcus, David Chen, the CFO, the original believers, the ones who stayed when everyone said to leave. We had 2 weeks of cash left, Elon says. Maybe less. The board wanted to file bankruptcy. The media said we were finished. Everyone told us to give up, cut our losses, be smart. He pauses, looks around the factory, at the assembly lines, at the cars being built, at the future they created together. But on Christmas Eve 2008, 6 investors signed papers, gave us $40 million, gave us a chance. And then the Department of Energy called, offered us a loan, $465 million. Everything changed in one day. More applause, people who weren't there 6 years ago but know the story, the legend, how Tesla survived the impossible. We paid back that government loan early, Elon says, with interest, first car company to ever do that, and now we're profitable, growing, changing the world. The Model S is the best-selling luxury car in America. We're building the Model X, planning the Model 3, making electric cars affordable for everyone. Cheers, proud cheers. They're not just surviving anymore, they're winning. But tonight, Elon says, his voice getting quieter, I don't want to talk about success, or profits, or cars. I want to tell you about a woman named Margaret Chen. The crowd goes silent, curious. Who is Margaret Chen? Elon takes a deep breath. 6 years ago, in March of 2008, I sat alone in a hotel lobby, the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills, waiting for an investor who never showed up. I was at my lowest point, completely broken, out of money, out of hope, out of everything. He can see the audience leaning forward, listening, really listening. An older woman walked into that lobby. She looked at me, saw something, I don't know what. Maybe she saw how broken I was. Maybe she just saw someone who needed kindness, but she sat down next to me, started talking. Elon's voice catches slightly. Even after 6 years, the memory hits hard. She told me about her son, Dr. David Chen, a doctor who ran a free clinic in Los Angeles, who died at 39 from working too hard, from stress and exhaustion, from giving everything to help people who couldn't afford health care. The factory is completely silent now, not even breathing sounds, just Elon's voice and the weight of the story. Margaret showed me a photograph of her son, told me about how he died with $400 in his bank account. $400, that's all, because he gave everything else away, to his clinic, to his patients, to the mission. Elon pauses, remembers Margaret's face, her kind eyes, her sad smile. And then she asked me a question that changed my life. She asked, "Die happy or die rich, Mr. Musk? Those are the only two choices that matter." He lets the words sink in, sees them land, sees people thinking about their own choices, their own lives. I left that hotel lobby thinking about her son, thinking about dying broke but happy, thinking about legacy and meaning and what actually matters, and I made a decision. Elon looks directly at the crowd, making eye contact, being vulnerable, being honest. I decided to risk everything, put all my money into Tesla and SpaceX, both companies, even though the math said at least one would fail, even though everyone told me I was being foolish. I couldn't choose which dream to kill, so I chose to save them both or lose them both. Christina is crying now, so is Rita. They remember, they were there, they lived through it. Margaret Chen died 3 weeks after I met her, Elon says softly. She never knew if Tesla survived, never knew if her words made a difference, but they did. They changed everything, changed how I think about success, about sacrifice, about what actually matters. He stops, composes himself, continues. Margaret's son, David Chen, is here tonight. A spotlight finds a man in the crowd, Asian, early 50s now, wearing a Tesla employee badge. He stands up, waves awkwardly, embarrassed but proud. David didn't just invest in Tesla that Christmas Eve 6 years ago, Elon says. He invested his mother's life insurance. $100,000, everything she left him. He was a high school science teacher. That money could have changed his life, made things easier, but he gave it to us instead. The crowd starts applauding. David Chen waves them off, trying to be humble, but people keep clapping, standing, acknowledging his courage, his belief. David works here now, Elon continues. Left teaching 2 years ago to run our sustainability education program, teaching the next generation about clean energy, about fighting climate change, about changing the world. More applause, louder now. David Chen sits down, wiping his eyes. But here's what I never told anyone, Elon says. Here's the secret I've kept for 6 years. That night in the hotel lobby, that painful, terrible, beautiful night, Margaret Chen didn't just ask me about dying happy or dying rich. She told me something else, something I think about every single day. The crowd leans even closer. What could it be? She said her son knew he was working too hard, knew he was killing himself, but he told her, "Mom, these people need help today. Not next year, not when I'm rested, today." Elon's voice gets stronger, more passionate. That's why we work so hard, not because we're obsessed, not because we're crazy, not because we don't care about our families or our health or ourselves, but because the planet needs help today, not in 50 years, not when it's convenient, today. Silence, heavy silence, truth silence. Climate change is happening now, Elon says. Every day we delay is another day of damage, another day of poisoned air, another day closer to irreversible destruction. We can't wait, we can't be slow, we can't be comfortable. We have to fight now, today, with everything we have. People are standing now, not to leave, to listen better, to be part of this moment. Margaret Chen's son died trying to save people. He saved hundreds, maybe thousands. People who are alive today because a doctor refused to give up on them. That's legacy. That's meaning. That's what dying happy looks like. Elon scans the crowd, sees faces he knows, people who worked without paychecks, who believed when nobody else did, who stayed when everyone said to leave. You are all saving the world, he says, each word deliberate, important. Every car you build, every battery you install, every innovation you create, you're saving lives, future lives, your children's lives, your grandchildren's lives, people who don't even exist yet but will exist because you didn't give up. Tears now, lots of tears, throughout the crowd. Not sad tears, proud tears, meaningful tears. 6 years ago, we almost failed, Elon says. We were days away from bankruptcy, hours away from giving up. But we didn't fail. Know why? Not because of me, not because of money, not because of luck, because of you. Because you refused to stop believing, refused to stop fighting, refused to let the mission die. The applause starts, small at first, then building, then thunderous. 5,000 people standing, clapping, some shouting, some crying, all together, all connected, all part of something bigger than themselves. Elon waits for the noise to die down, then continues. Margaret Chen taught me that some missions are worth dying for, worth sacrificing everything for, worth risking your fortune and your health and your comfortable life for. And I want you to know this mission, what we're doing here, it's worth it. Every late night, every missed dinner, every sacrifice, it matters, you matter. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out something small, a photograph, old, faded, the one Margaret showed him 6 years ago. Before she died, Margaret gave this to her son David, and last year David gave it to me. This is Dr. David Chen, Margaret's son, the man who died broke but happy, the man who inspired everything. Elon holds up the photograph. The cameras zoom in, display it on the big screens throughout the factory, a young doctor in a white coat, tired eyes, genuine smile, someone who gave everything and didn't regret it. I keep this in my office, Elon says. Look at it when things get hard, when I doubt myself, when I wonder if any of this matters. This photograph reminds me why we fight, why we sacrifice, why we keep going when everyone says to stop. He puts the photograph back in his pocket, over his heart. We're not just building cars, Elon says. His voice gets stronger, clearer, more certain than ever. We're building the future. A future where our children breathe clean air, where energy comes from the sun instead of dead dinosaurs, where humanity survives because we refuse to accept the status quo. The crowd is mesmerized, silent, absorbing every word. In 10 years, electric cars will be normal. In 20 years, gas stations will be obsolete. In 50 years, people will look back and wonder how we ever burned fossil fuels. And it'll be because of you, because you stayed when you could have left, because you believed when everyone doubted, because you fought for something bigger than yourselves. Elon pauses, looks around one more time. Margaret Chen believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Her son David believed when he could have kept his mother's money. All of you believed when the world said we'd fail. That belief saved Tesla, saved the mission, saved the future. His voice drops to almost a whisper, but in the silent factory, everyone hears. So here's my question for you. The same question Margaret asked me 6 years ago. Do you want to die rich or die happy? Do you want a comfortable life or a meaningful one? Do you want safety or do you want to change the world? Nobody answers, but everyone knows their answer. They're here. They stayed. They chose meaning over comfort, purpose over safety, the mission over everything. Thank you, Elon says simply, for choosing happy, for choosing meaning, for choosing to save the world with me. Merry Christmas. Now go home, hug your families, tell them you love them, tell them what you're fighting for, tell them you're building the future. The applause is deafening. 5,000 people standing, cheering, crying, understanding, knowing they're part of something that will outlive them all. Elon steps off the stage. David Chen approaches. They shake hands, then hug, two men connected by a woman neither will ever forget. Your mother saved me, Elon says. That night in the lobby, she saved my life. She knew, David replies. Before she died, she told me she met someone special, someone trying to do what my father tried to do, save people. She asked me to help if I could, so I did. Your $100,000 wasn't mine, David interrupts. It was hers, her legacy, her belief in people who try to change the world. I just delivered it where she wanted it to go. They stand together for a moment, silent, grateful, connected across time and loss and purpose. She'd be proud of you, Elon says, working here, teaching kids about sustainability, carrying on your father's mission in a different way. She'd be proud of you too, David says. You didn't give up. You chose happy over rich. You chose meaning. That's what she wanted, what my father wanted, what they both believed in. The factory slowly empties. People heading home for Christmas, to families, to lives outside these walls, but they leave different than they arrived, changed by the story, by the reminder of why they do this, why it matters. Christina stops by Elon on her way out. That was beautiful, what you said about Margaret Chen, about her son. I never knew that story. I kept it private for a long time, but tonight felt right. 6 years to the day, full circle. That night in the hotel lobby, when you were waiting for that investor who never showed, you really thought it was over. I knew it was over. The math said so. Logic said so. Everyone said so. But then Margaret sat down, started talking, asked the right questions, reminded me why I started this in the first place. Christina nods, understands. We all need a Margaret Chen sometimes, someone to remind us what matters. Yeah, we do. Rita and Marcus stopped by next, the original team, the ones who stayed through everything. 6 years ago tonight, I was sure we'd fail, Rita admits. Sure we'd lose everything, but I stayed anyway. Know why? Why? Elon asks. Because you didn't give up, even when you should have. Even when it was stupid to keep fighting, you kept going. That inspired me, inspired all of us. We couldn't quit if you wouldn't quit. Marcus agrees. You chose both companies, saved them both, proved the impossible was possible. That choice, that crazy, foolish, beautiful choice, changed everything. They talk for a while, remembering, laughing, crying a little. 6 years of growth, success, victory, but also remembering the pain, the fear, the nights when everything seemed lost. Finally, Elon is alone in the factory, everyone gone, just him and the assembly lines and the cars half built. The future taking shape. He walks through the factory floor, touches the machines, the tool, the physical manifestation of a dream that almost died, that should have died, that survived anyway. His phone buzzes. Text from Justine. The boys want to know if you're coming over tomorrow, Christmas morning. Elon types back, yes, wouldn't miss it. I'll be there at 8 a.m. Another text from Kimball. Saw the speech online. Someone recorded it. It's going viral. People are crying. You told them about Margaret Chen, about that night. I'm proud of you, brother. Elon smiles. 6 years ago he was dying. Literally dying. Body failing, spirit breaking, everything collapsing. Now he's alive, really alive. The companies are thriving. His sons are growing. Life is happening. He walks outside. The California night is cool, clear, stars overhead. Same stars that were there 6 years ago. Same universe, but everything is different. Elon gets in his car, not a roadster anymore, a Model S Black. Beautiful, the car they almost didn't build. The car that saved the company, the future made real. He drives to the Peninsula Hotel. One more time for closure, for gratitude, for memory, parks in the same spot, walks into the same lobby, sits on the same leather couch. The lobby looks exactly the same. Golden lights, crystal chandeliers, rich people walking past, but Elon is different, completely different. 6 years ago he sat here broken, desperate, terrified. Tonight he sits here grateful, peaceful, alive. He pulls out the photograph of Dr. David Chen, studies it in the soft lobby light. A man he never met but who changed his life anyway, through his mother, through his sacrifice, through his example. Thank you, Elon whispers to the photograph, to the memory, to the mission. Thank you for showing me what matters, what's worth dying for, what's worth living for. Puts the photograph back in his pocket, stands up, walks out of the Peninsula Hotel one last time. Tomorrow is Christmas. Tomorrow his sons wake up excited. Tomorrow they open presents and eat too much food and remember that Daddy kept his promise. Daddy came home. But tonight, Christmas Eve, Elon drives through Los Angeles, past houses with lights, past families being normal, past the life he could have had if he'd chosen rich instead of happy. He doesn't regret his choice, not even a little bit. Yes, he lost most of his money. Yes, his marriage ended. Yes, he almost died trying, but he's alive. The mission is alive, the future is happening. That painful hotel lobby encounter 6 years ago changed him forever. Not because it gave him answers, because it gave him the right question. Die happy or die rich. Elon chose happy, chose meaning, chose to save the world even when it meant risking everything. And somehow, impossibly, beautifully, it worked. Tesla survived. SpaceX survived. The mission continues. Electric cars are becoming normal. Space travel is becoming possible. The future is arriving exactly as planned. And Elon Musk, the man who sat alone in a hotel lobby thinking his life was over, is here to see it, here to build it, here to prove that Margaret Chen was right. Some things are worth dying for. And when you find those things, you fight for them. You sacrifice for them. You give everything for them. Not because you're crazy, not because you're obsessed, not because you don't care about yourself, but because some missions matter more than comfort, more than safety, more than money. Some missions matter more than life itself. And those are the missions worth living for. So that's the story. The painful hotel lobby encounter that changed Elon Musk forever. One woman, one question, one night that saved 2 companies and changed the world. Now I want to hear from you. Where are you listening from right now? Drop your city and country in the comments below. I love seeing our community from all around the world. And if this story touched your heart, if it made you think differently about success and sacrifice and what really matters in life, hit that like button. It helps us spread kindness and inspiration to more people who need to hear stories like this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss stories that change how you see the world. We're building a community of people who believe in chasing dreams even when it's hard, even when it's scary, even when everyone says to give up. And right now on your screen, there's another incredible story waiting for you. Click on it. Keep the inspiration going. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep believing that impossible things are possible. Thank you for watching. Now go out there and choose happy over rich. Choose meaning over comfort. Choose to change the world. I'll see you in the next video.